Alrighty. Let's get this up. How's it going, everyone? Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to the stream. Right. It's been quite a while since we went to this. And, yeah. I'm kind of excited to come back into it. So, let's just get into it, shall we? March 27th. Wow, what day is it today? 27th. That was Thursday, so then April 3rd. Last week. Oh my god, almost 2 weeks ago. Wow. I did not know that shit. But let's get back into it. What the hell? Oh. Sorry, I had to turn on the music because that was a bit loud. The night was quiet and still at the Bonebreaker Mercenary Company. Quite unusual. Definitely unusual indeed. After many long hours partying and drinking with his papa and the other mercenaries, Cole retired to the attic in a happy daze of exhaustion and quickly fell into a deep slumber. Oh, because they were partying. I thought something was about to go down. Shit. His chest rose and fell softly in the dim room while he slept. It was a little wonder that Cole failed to notice the dim red glow in his pockets, the stolen ruby pulse with life. What the fuck? Wisps of infernal magic flickered across the room and washed over Cole's unconscious body, gently probing his unguarded mind. Uh-oh. A low voice suddenly rumbled through the night. Its deep tone reverberated through Cole's chest like a dark, rich ocean wave. Are you worthy of my temptation? Cole mumbled soft, obviously in his sleep, and rolled over. More wisps of infernal energy spilled out of Cole's pocket, surrounding him in a fog of red. Oh my god. A deep rumbling voice leaned closer with an unamused hum. Temptation is a decision. In the heat of the moment, taunted by others' expectations and your own desire, you must choose. What do you value more? Is it within that moment's decision that one's truth is revealed? Infernal magic cracked at the back of Cole's mind as the voice laughed. I wonder what I will find within you. Special technique. Detect thoughts. Oh, what the fuck? Cole was suddenly in free fall. He gasped and flailed aimlessly at incoherent memories of voices flew past him in his descent. Cole squeezed his eyes shut and shook his head wildly. He was clearly dreaming. Nothing makes sense right now. Nothing ever makes sense in a fucking dream because, well, that's where weird shit can happen. So, fuck logic in dreams. But this felt much too lucid for a normal dream. Oh. Sometimes that can happen, you know. I mean, I bet there have been cases about that. I don't really know. So, yeah. Suddenly, everything stopped. A single memory clawed to the surface. Surface within his mind and flooded his senses. I cannot fucking read. He was still a young boy on the day he was injured. That sound effect that sound effect was from his other work, Repeat. That was used quite a lot, I think. I don't know, but that was a repeat sound. Oh well, let's get into it. At the age of 14 and still full of dreams of becoming the greatest warrior in the land and a worthy son to the great Morrow Bonebreaker. Good stuff. Cole had been fed tales of his father's great deeds throughout his entire youth, and the thought of living up to even a fraction of Papa's legend filled him with pride and excitement. Oh, don't we all try to live up to our parents' expectations, people? That's just quite pressuring. One day, he would just be as great as Papa and continue his grand tale of adventure. Oh, I bet he would. Such was youth, filled to the brim with optimism and misplaced hopes for the future. Then came the injury. Oh, Cole wished that the injury occurred because of a great battle, or maybe something during an intense sparring match. That would have made for an interesting story, at the very least. But no. The injury happened during the most basic training exercise. His first training exercise. Whoa, what happened? Calling it an exercise was at all was being generous. That morning, young Cole rushed into the Bonebreakers Guild training room with giddy anticipation. It would be his first time wielding a weapon. He had chosen an axe, just like Papa. Oh, backstory. Then Cole promptly spent about 10 minutes struggling to even lift out of the ground. Oh, of course, he's young. And a twig. Yeah. No matter how he heaved and threw his weight about, his skinny little arms couldn't lift the battle axe. Well, yeah, because he's fucking twig. After a while, he tried lifting a smaller axe, only to be met with this. Oh my god. Really? You can't even lift a smaller axe? Well, you're young, of course, so it makes sense. What were you, 22 or something now? I don't remember. Then a size smaller. And then even, oh my god, and then even a smaller one? Finally, he managed to wield a tiny throwing axe with relative ease, though it still felt rather heavy in his grip. Was it a fucking toothpick? Can you not lift a toothpick, Cole? Good lord. Why? Fortunately, Papa was away on mercenary business that morning and wasn't there to see Cole's embarrassing bumbling. Nice. Cole spent one short hour in the sparring room that day. Hamish directed him on basic weapon drills, proper grip, and battle stances. Cole followed his instructions enthusiastically, paying little mind to the growing strain and soreness that began blooming in his forearms and calves. Pain was just weakness, leaving the body after all. As the phrase, no pain, no gain. Unless you have a pulled muscle, and then you're just fucking up even more if you do that, but that's the name of the game. He would never become a great warrior like Papa without a little soreness. Definitely no pain, no gain here. But the pain kept growing. Uh-oh. By the end of the hour, young Cole could barely stand. Hamish found him curled up on the floor in a mess of quivering limbs and distressed sobs. Oh, poor guy. The rest of the day was a painful blur to young Cole. He remembered Hamish's soothing words and comforting grip as the older hyena carried him across town. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for mocking this little twink. Well, he's not a twink yet. They had rushed to the nearest healer in the city. Hamish got into a squabble with several other patients as he fought his way to the front of the line. A long and agonizing examination and treatment followed. Cole remembered the healers probing his pained limbs with magic while pouring bitter herb mixtures down his throat. Or did they do just acupuncture, which is just as effective, if not more so? The healer and Hamish spoke in hushed tones while Cole laid up moving on a bed and waited for the pain to subside. This is not going to end well, I swear to God. Thank you, caffeine. Well, did you find out what went wrong? The healer spoke hesitantly.
Our examination showed your son's body to be unexpectedly feeble. There weren't slight tears along his arm and leg muscles.
Oh, tears. Shit.
There were slight tears around his arm and leg muscles from what sounds like simple, lightly strenuous activity.
Go away, mouse. Fuck off.
He will recover from this easily, but we advise you to avoid repeating these activities on a frequent basis, or else he'll get fucked up like no other.
Cole shot up from his bed and immediately slumped back down, his pain racked viciously through his limbs. Wait! What about my mercenary training? How will I... Cole's voice died in his throat at the pitying expression on the healer.
I am very sorry, young man.
Alright, this is young Cole, so hold on. You mean I could never become a warrior like Papa?
Your father tells me that you struggled through a severe illness as an infant, did you not? While you have recovered, it appears the disease had a lasting impact on your body. I see this happen very often in children who fall ill during their early developmental stages. They just fuck themselves up over and over, knowing how kids are these days.
I apologize, sorry.
You are very small for a boy your age. Your muscles are particularly weak and fragile, likely from stunted growth. I mean, seriously, you're like a fucking twig as it is already.
I swear to God, I'm horrible.
While your body may grow slightly more resilient with age, it is unlikely you will ever grow to a state where you can become an effective warrior. You'll just be a short little shit, really. As your healer, I strongly recommend you pursue a different career.
Young Cole's voice cracked at the hopelessness of the situation dawned on him. But you said I'll grow better with age. Isn't there a chance?
Young man, please think about this. As a mercenary, you will undoubtedly face perilous combat situations with many able-bodied warriors who are much more thickly muscular than you, and because you're so feeble and thin that you're a fucking twink and have no chance of getting these muscles. See?
I'm sorry.
While your body may grow slightly more resilient to the strain, others will still hold an advantage over you. The likelihood of you dying needlessly in battle is almost a guarantee. I recommend you leave such tasks to more capable men.
Cole felt silent, his head slumping back limply. His chest rose painfully as he tried to wrap his mind around the situation. Oh my God, can there not... Oh, this is so sad. I'm sorry for him. Oh, all his hopes and dreams, all his dreams and hopes, not hopes and dreams, that's fucking Undertale, vanished in an instant. Oh no. A gentle, comforting hand rested on his shoulder. Hamish leaned in close with a sympathetic smile. It's okay, kiddo. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to be a warrior to be a great man in life. Your papa and I will... Hot anger flashed through Cole's chest. He whipped his head around and glared at Hamish furiously. That's it? You give up on my chances on becoming a warrior just like that? I thought you believed in me. No, Cole. That's not what I meant. Cole hardly remembered what Hamish said. Only a deep well of frustration and fury filled his young mind as he lashed out at Hamish. Cruel words spilled from his throat while angry tears ran down his cheeks. It was unfair. All of it. Life's unfair. Very unfair. Cole also knew it was unfair of him to pour all his resentment onto Hamish, but it felt better to continue yelling than pause and dwell upon the pit of despair that filled his chest. Oh! Ah, fuck! My eyes! Ah! Cole let out a gasp and his eyes snapped open. The world around was still dark in the depths of his lucid dream. What in the world was happening to him? What the fuck is going on? Who is this? I don't know. A deep, sinister voice chuckled, the sound reverberating in every direction. I don't know how this voice is gonna go, so like... But there is such shame and doubt. You have made the perfect host for me. Cole snarled and clawed at the nothingness around him. Get the fuck out of my head. Oh, sorry, that's a bit emotional. Get the fuck out of my head. I am a friend. I can help you in your plight. Just listen to me. Follow your conscience, you fucking twink. You wish to become a great warrior like your father before you. You seek power. I can provide. But you must offer your fake pies. Oh, fuck. All that you desire can be within your grasp. All you need to do is accept my pack, because without it, you know that's a fact. Who are you? Who are you? The voice chuckled again.
You may call me...
Fuck!
Call me George! Now get the fuck out of here!
A loud bang from downstairs shook the entire Bonebreaker Guild building tavern. Colwell, screaming, nearly fell from his hammock bed. Oh, here we go. His heart thumped against his chest at a mile a minute as his arms darted through his surroundings in panic. It was just a dream. Just a dream. Thank God. He doesn't have to give up those thick thighs. A rather unpleasant dream, but a dream nonetheless. Good. Cole took a deep breath to recollect himself. Maybe you shouldn't have drunk so many L's with Papa last night. Oh, fuck. Another sharp bang echoed through the entire building and shook Cole in his hammock. What is going on? Papa must be sparring with other mercenary men in the training room again. Oh. Did they have to do this so early in the morning? Cole yawned and scratched his dazed head. Time to drag himself through another day, he supposed. Huh? Cole blinked aloud, yelped at the sensation of something slithering on his lap. What the hell? What the fuck is that thing? The small ball python that lay curled up on his lap looked up at him expectantly and let out a tiny hiss. Aw, it's adorable! Blip. It's just blipping. It's cute.
Ha! I see you're finally awake, young mortal.
Cole startled, and then stared a little more. Oh, stared. This tiny snake was talking to him. The fuck are you? The ball python reared his head back, utterly offended.
Oh, how dare you! Puny mortal, you should feel honored to be graced by my great temptation, by the great temptation demon, Midas! Bow before me and show proper respect. I may still consider you graduating my dick. I mean, something else.
Oh, fuck!
Ow!
What the fuck? Wait, hold on, I just gotta... Cole's... Oh my god, look at fucking Cole's face, he's just like... No brain. No thoughts, no brain. Cole yelled down the hall. Papa! A vermin got into the house again! Downstairs, Marilla laughed and shouted through the thin walls of the building. Another one? Just squish it, throw it out the window. Wait, the poor thing isn't hurting anyone. Just scoop it up with a cup and let it outside. Cole glanced down at the wiggling snake in his grip with a shrug. Well, you heard Papa.
Please! No! Mercy! I beg mercy! Please! You wouldn't dare harm one as powerful and fearsome as I, would you? Especially if I was wearing glasses?
Cole hesitated before dropping the writhing python back on his bed. You sure talk big for an itty-bitty little snake.
It's not mortal! I am simply weakened after being summoned into the material plane! Had I retained my true form, you'd be shaking your boots from my might!
Cole squinted at the little screaming snake as he tried to wrap his head around it.
Fear my might! Get fucked!
You're a demon. Or maybe just delusional. How did you even get in my room?
Ha! That is simple! I ran through that ruby that you stole yesterday. You see?
Cole immediately patted his pockets. Wait, where is the ruby anyway? Did you fucking eat it? Oh my god, it's so silly. Just, did you fucking eat it? Fucking little piece of shit.
You fool! I am the ruby!
As though to demonstrate, the black python curled into a tight ball. Papa Red Smoggy transformed into a small blood red ruby. In another puff, Malice returned to his snake form with a flourishing grin as though waving applause for this little trick.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, no need. Oh, you're amazing.
Cole groaned and massaged his temple. Fuck! The temple thing again! Oh no! With a grimace. I just wanted to bring you home. I just wanted to bring home a pretty gem as a gift for Papa. Now I gotta deal with a pest problem. Any chances I can separate you from the ruby? Like, with a knife? Malice immediately recoils in horror.
I'm unconditionally connected to Ruby. Please, no. You wouldn't want to break such a valuable gem, would you, dear Margot?
I don't know. Sounds like a little bullshit you're talking. You show more trouble than I'm willing to put up with. Big sauce.
Oh, wow. These bars are less fearful groveling than my brother made them out to be.
Wait a second. If you're a tiny demon snake living in my ruby, does that mean the other 3 rubies have little snakes in them too?
How dare you! I am no little snake! I am the greatest and powerful temptation demon, Malice!
Yeah, you don't look like a Malice. I think I'm just gonna call you Noodle or something. Oh my god, that is what snakes are. They're like precious noodles. Like Sir Pinches. The python let him illustrate.
How dare you degrade me with such a cute nickname! That wasn't how my first reaction with the... This wasn't how my first reaction with the murder was supposed to be. Go! Fuck you. You're supposed to grovel at my feet and worship the very air I breathe.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have too much fucking fun with this. Stare at the snake incredulously. Incredulously? I don't know. Feet?
I had feet before that they're playing, okay? As much as it pays me to admit, I am only so tiny and vegan because I am the youngest of my siblings. This is my first trip to material plane. I suppose my experience has left me in this sorry state. Thank goodness we got separated. If my siblings saw me like this, I'd never hear the end of it.
Scratch his chin thoughtfully. Why would Prince Cassius order a crown when 4 demons decided, things are starting to sound a little fishy. I'm starting to smell bullshit here. Just bullshit. You and your demon pals better not be planning to cause trouble, or I'll smash you with a fucking hammer. Malice's head drooped onto the hammock with embarrassment.
Well, I'm afraid I was a little too excited to travel to material plane for the first time. I didn't really pay attention when siblings were explaining the mission.
Oh, great.
Do not mock me! I'm doing a few things at the very least. We have to infiltrate this snooty city and absorb native message from the puny mortals. Your emotions will feed us and become a wonderful source of infernal energy. Speaking of which, you! Tiny mortal, you will form a pact with me! I will bite your ankles! Or your nipples, either one! As a temptation demon, a conflicted mess of a person like you would make the perfect host for me. With you at my beck and call, I shall return to my true form in no time.
No thanks. I don't make deals with shady talking dudes. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, god damn it.
But I can grant you power, fame, glory. prove you're a father, do you not? With my help?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Papa would be very impressed if I grew strong from demon magic. Anyway, time to squish you. Oh my god, I love this shit. Please tell me you turn back into a ruby after you die. I was hoping to pawn a decent price off that gem. Cole reached for a nearby butter. Oh fuck.
What?
Mouse immediately shrieked as his eyes flashed a bright lightning red. The crane whistle and throw magic shot across the room. Cole winced as a flicker of heat reverberated through his chest. It felt as though he had been smacked with a hot water bottle. How does that feel, being smacked with a hot water bottle? I never felt that. I don't know. Does it hurt? Is it warm? I don't know. Hold on for a minute. There. That covers that. Sorry, just had to do it. Just had to move something. Don't mind me. The hell was that?
We are now connected, puny mortal. Any harm or cessation, one of us feels, the others have feel as well, and that includes pain. You shall get rid of me so easily.
What have I done? Oh my god. Cole scowled and gave the snake an experimental pinch. Sure enough, he felt a little pinch squeeze his own shoulder. Oh! He let out frustration, groaned, and fell back onto his hammock while massaging his temples. Talk about a raw deal. I just wanted a gem, not a snake babysitting job.
You're stuck with me forever now, rest assured. Sooner or later, I shall take you to contract with me. Just you wait, you little bitch. I'll fucking take your iPod. I'll bite your ankles while I can't tell you say yes. Or your nipples. Grab your nipples.
A sharp chime suddenly echoed outside, ringing throughout the entire city. As usual, the Axia clock tower struck on the hour as the city's public timekeeping system. Cole returned to the number of chimes and nearly leapt out of his bed in a sudden realization. Fuck! It's 9 o'clock already? I was supposed to meet up with Sid at the town square! Damn it! Why did you have to prowl on for so long?
Ah! You have places to be? Excellent! I have always wanted to explore the material plane and all its exciting riches. You will make an excellent host and tour guide, puny mortal!
Oh, this fun. Cole yelped as the python casually slid into his belt pocket. In his belt pocket. That's... oh well. Fuck logic.
Wow! It's surprisingly roomy in here!
Don't you just slide under people's pants without asking?
You can tell me what to do, puny mortal. Out to this town square. Post haste, bitch!
Cole groaned when he felt under what felt like the umpteenth time that morning as he dragged himself out of bed. What a bossy fucking go away, mouse. What a bossy little shit. Oh my god, Cheryl Coit, you are fucking amazing. I swear. I'm fucking loving this. Oh my god, I fucking love this. What the hell? Oh, hey, it's Artemi, Town Square Plaza. The morning sun felt pleasantly warm against his fur as Cole leisurely strolled across the city, while prancing gayfully down the road. His new snake companion was enthusiastically chatty as he rode on Cole's shoulder, asking questions about everything it saw. It truly felt as though he was leading an awkward tourist through town as he not so patiently answered each of Little Python's inquiries. Their conversation trailed somewhere along the lines of, yes, that's a restaurant, people eat food there, have you never eaten before? Yeah, people need to eat food and drink water to not drop dead. No, I've never died before, how the fuck do you think I'm still standing here? As the two of them rounded the corner to town square, what the fuck is on my arm? Sorry. Proper. Malice marveled at the crowd of villagers strolling through the streets.
Look at all these mortals rushing about their lives. You must all be in such a panic to savor what little time you have, unlike us greater demons. How long is your lifespan? 5 years? Maybe 6 for your exercise? I don't know. You seem like you need a few pounds of muscle. You're a fucking twig.
Cole snorted and playfully poked the snake on the nose. Boop! You really have no idea how morals work, do you?
I told you this was my first time visiting the material plane. Everything here is so new and exciting. Your world plane is just a mass of pure chaos and emotion that spills over from your world. It's not exactly much to look at. Just eternity of stuff. Everything in this mortal world moves so fast in comparison. The people of the mortal world are always in such a rush.
Mouse blinked and gestured across the street.
Lock the window with you! Look at her gesture, you are such a stress-filled panic! I must admire you mortals for making the most of what short lives you have!
Oh my fucking god. What have I done? This is fucking horrible. Hold on, I gotta fix my mic. Fuck! There. Cole squinted at the familiar dashing individual in question. Oh no, it's Artemi was rushing from door to door of every shop, begging for the attention of anyone who would listen. Uh-oh. Their stance was haggard, and they looked utterly exhausted. They clearly had been at this for a long time. Artemi, the knight looked up and made eye contact with Cole from across the street. Oh no, Artemi, what's wrong, precious bean? Cole? Oh, hey Nanny, how's it going? Cole paused. Wow, you look like shit. Well, that's fucking blunt. Artemi grimaced and rubbed her temples. Oh my god, this temple thing! Fuck! I forgot how many times it's been since rubbing temples have been mentioned. This is like, what, the 100th time or something? And we're only in fucking chapter 2? Good morning to you as well, Cole. Forgive my appearance. I'm afraid I haven't been up all night performing my tasks. Night? It's like 10 o'clock now. Dazed, Artemi glanced up at the sky in surprise, as though just realizing it was daytime. Upon closer inspection, Artemi looked in an utter overworked mess. There were dark bags of fatigue under her eyes, and her hair was unkempt and messy. Oh, poor Bean. Poor precious Bean. She stood slightly hunched over and wore a drained expression and received little to no sleep. It was surprising that she was still lucid in such a state. Holy shit! Artemi cleared her throat. Cole suddenly realized he was staring and awkwardly averting his gaze. The tension from their little argument yesterday still hung in the air as they each waited for the other to speak. Oh yeah, they had a major argument. That's right. I almost forgot. Listen. Do you want to go grab some tea with me? I know a pretty good cafe here. I'm afraid I must decline. My duties remain unfinished and I have much to answer for, especially due to my failures yesterday. Oh, come on. You're not going to get anything done when you're an exhausted mess like this. A little rest does wonders for the mind. Artemi's head shoulders slumped slightly with a hint of hesitation. But, hey, if you didn't manage to finish your duties when you're wide awake, you sure ain't going to finish it when you're half dead. Oh. Cole does care. Come on, it'll be my treat. I still owe you for saving my ass yesterday at the fighting ring. Finally, Artemi let out a sigh and nodded. I suppose it would be rude of me to decline. Thank you, Cole. Oh. Town Square had a number of excellent outdoor cafes, each of them often filled with jolly company and fresh steaming tea. I really wish I had a fucking cup of tea right now, actually. The customers around them were sneaking an occasional glance at Artemi and whispering amongst themselves.
Damn, look at that twig. He sure is fucking skinny, huh? He also has a very great ass. I know, right?
Yeah, I bet you were fucking top that, you little bitch. Perhaps it was unwise for the creators chosen to make such a casual appearance. Artemi had never been in a cafe before and shuffled awkwardly in her seat. Cole had to patiently explain to her multiple times that, no, you don't have to get up and bow at the waitress every time she comes to refill your tea. Artemi sank back down in her chair and knocked the berry. My God, why is my nose juicy? Ah! With all the chuckling cafe goers around her. Anyway, that is why I've been up and about all night since our departure at the fighting ring. His Highness has requested that I focus my efforts in retrieving the 4 missing rubies of his crown. And the Bishop of the Grand Cathedral insisted that failure was not an option, lest I lose my title as the Creator's Chosen. Colin snorted a piping hot tea up his nose. Ow. What? She threatened to demote you over a handful of jewelry? The prince is fucking rich, for crying out loud. A few gems is like nothing to him. Watch your language, Cole. It is a matter of honor. The Creator's Chosen cannot be expected to lead the church if my history is stained with failure. I'm surprised the church would be so harsh with you. I always imagined Creator's Chosen would be a bit more pampered and spoiled. I had the guilt weighed over Cole's shoulders as he finished his tea. Tell you what, why don't me and Sid help you out on this mission of yours? The two of us need more adventuring work anyhow. Plus, you'd have the entire Bonebreaker Mercenary Guild behind you. My papa's, Hamish, knows his way around the city like the back of his hand. He's got a lot of connections, both shady and official. His network's gonna have an easier time tracking down your rubies than you running all over like a headless chicken. I suppose you have a point. Artemi stares at him hesitantly. It would be unwise for me to look a gift horse in the mouth, but why are you so willing to aid me? Yesterday you held a rather aloof outlook. Well, I guess I feel a little guilty. Not that's my fault or anything. You're the one who fucked up. Oh, Cole, damn it. Oh, I just smacked my mic. Fuck. Sorry about that. But I'm happy to help you out with the goodness of my heart, even though I just said I fucked up. You little shit. Artemi looked utterly unimpressed. Oh my God. Cole cleared his tongue, quickly changed the subject. Anyway, why isn't the church providing you with more support on your mission? Don't you have any friends at the cathedral you can ask for help? Artemi's shoulders slumped as she frowned at her teacup. I never managed to make many friends at home. Everyone at the cathedral seemed to keep their distance from me. Even all the townsfolk I spoke with this morning seemed a little nervous in my presence. Am I doing something wrong? Cole rolled his eyes, signaled for a refill for his tea. I mean, you did barge into every establishment asking weird questions about missing rubies. Of course, people are gonna get weirded out. Artemi's ears drooped self-consciously. That doesn't explain why the people I grew up with in the church also feel wary around me. It sounds pretty normal. You're the Creator's Chosen after all. People are saying you'll save the world from a horrible fate or whatever. Most people will want to stay out of that nonsense. Does my title make me intimidating? Kinda. I smell horse shit somewhere. That's sus face. This is fucking sus. But you and Sir Sid certainly did not treat me as such when we met yesterday. Well, it's kind of hard to be intimidated by hyperventilating whelp on a jail cell floor. Artemi took that gulp of tea with a wistful expression. Ooh. Oh shit! I almost fucking fell. I certainly hope I do not have to be arrested every time I try to make friends. See? Here's the thing. You're the Creator's chosen one. You're all the way up here, right? He'll wave a hand above his head dramatically. Ooh. The legendary hero destined to save the world or something. That's a pretty big deal. It is kind of a deal. Everyone else lives down here. Like the fucking peasants we are. They're not worried about existential threats or world-saving nonsense. They're just normal city-going folks with jobs and family stuff to worry about. Artemi frowned and shuffled in her seat self-consciously. Well, that's not very different from my own daily life. Exactly. Sometimes it's hard for people to remember you're a normal nervous wreck just like the rest of us. I suppose I see the logic in that, though I fail to see a way to change people's minds.
Oh, that's easy. Fancy playing a card game? Maybe, something like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh does not fucking exist in this. That would be weird if there was an Easter egg of that or a reference to it. I swear to God. Shiro, if you do that, that's crazy. What the fuck is going? Fuck! My mic. Sorry. It's just my mic is having weird problems with the stand. Fuck. Artemi blinked in surprise as Cole pulled a deck of cards out of his loincloth and began shuffling it with an impressive flourish. Cole, are those cards better not smell funny? Oh God, they better not. How in the world does he fit so much within such a tiny scrap of cloth? Well, it's kind of a bag of holding or some shit. Oh my God. Why? Please tell me it doesn't smell. Oh, not the bag. I mean the items in there. Oh fuck, this is just making that doesn't help. For fuck's sake. A card game? I'm supposed to be searching for His Highness's missing rubies. What will the people think when they see me shirking my duty? They're gonna start thinking, oh look, the creator's chosen knows how to sit down and have fun once in a while. You gotta relax sometime, right? Otherwise, you're just gonna come off as a mindless workaholic knight who only thinks about duty and whatnot. Ugh. Come on, they're still young. A game or two won't hurt you. Artemi grimaced doubtfully as Cole dealt her a pile of cards with practiced ease. Cole's probably done this pretty long if he knows how to do this shit pretty well. I bet he has a poker face. I wonder if Artemi will too. She noticed several passerby and streetgoers in the town square glanced in their direction curiously. It wasn't every day you see the creator's chosen lounging leisurely at a cafe. She collected her cards hesitantly. I summon the blue-eyes white dragon! I suppose a minor distraction wouldn't hurt. Cole gave her a slight smile. You won't regret it. Oh, I bet she will. My poor precious bean. Artemi let out a wail of disbelief as Cole won yet another. Oh my God, yes. What are they playing? What do you mean I lost again? How exactly do spades beat diamonds? The two of them had been playing until they lost track of time. Cole had beat Artemi 7 rounds in a row with a single defeat. It was absolutely ridiculous. Cole, you are fucking cheating. Was she really bad at this? Artemi scowled and tried her best to look displeased, but she was clearly having fun nonetheless. Aww, precious bean. My precious bean Artemi. The other people in the cafe glanced at their table with amusement as Artemi tossed down her hand yet again, sending cards flying into the air. Ah, so even the creator's chosen can't be beaten. Do not mock me, Cole. You only won because I am still unfamiliar with the game's rules. How in the world do you have such good luck? Ain't nothing lucky about it. This is all skill, baby. Anyway, if we tally up all my winnings, it looks like you owe me 6 gold pieces. Pay up, 90. Pay up? You didn't mention this was gambling. Card games aren't fun unless there are some stakes involved. Everybody knows that. Oh, I see. I'm afraid I don't have any money on me, however. What? Nothing? What about that big sack of gold I paid you yesterday? All my earnings and rewards go directly to the church. I mean, Her Excellency says that the Chosen's creators should dedicate their life to the good of the world and avoid the distractions of material goods. What? That just sounds like you're getting the short end of the stick. Or in Cole's case, the short end of the dick. You should at least earn a bit and enjoy your life a little, right? Everything you're describing about your home life just sounds Kinda shitty. Artemi glanced up defensively. Do not mistake this for mistreatment. The church still provides me with all my necessities and needs. I am happy how things are. The church simply leads us to live an honorable and disciplined life. And this is the same church that you said you didn't have any friends in? Well, Cole suddenly felt the weight in his pocket shift. He nearly scrambled out of his seat as Malice slithered onto his shoulder with a hiss.
Greetings, shiny one. I hate to be a tattletale. His being mortal has been casting murder illusion on the cars the entire time.
Hey, back in my pocket, you little shit. I knew it! Cole, you were cheating the entire time. I fucking knew it too. I fucking knew it. You little shit. Artemi abruptly paused, her mind slowly processed the talking stand Cole's shoulder. Listen, I can explain. Amazing! Cole, you've gone and found yourself a magical familiar. I am happy to see you grow more comfortable with showing your magic openly. Shh! Keep your voice down. I just found this little guy sneaking into my room. I didn't summon it or anything. Anyway, his name is Noodle.
What? That's certainly not my name, you fucker! That's certainly not my name, you fuck!
Artemi bowed her head with a grin. It is an honor to meet you, little Noodle.
This is utter humiliation! Curses! Shit! Fuck!
The small python scoffed at Artemi and flourished his head foppishly. I can't read that right.
And you! How dare you give me the status of a familiar! This pig mortal is my new servant, and I, his almighty master! Young lady, are you also just enjoying my harem? I mean horde? I'm certain I can make room for one more. Although... What a disgusting stick! You actually swimming in celestial magic! Good lord! I can't fucking take it!
Ugh! Cole grabbed the steak and abruptly stuffed it back to his pocket.
I have me, you bad mother! Fuck!
I love Cole's face. Hold on, just... just look at his face while he's just fucking noodle over. That is great. Go the fuck away, mouse. Alrighty, back into my pocket you go. Chatty little thing, Katie. You know, they say that familiars' attitudes often reflect the egos of their masters. Excuse you? I am nothing like this little turd. So Noodle's a little turd now, huh? I fucking love it. A small bell suddenly rang at the entrance of the cafe, signaling the arrival of another customer. The two of them paid little attention to the newcomer until they approached their table with a cold, hard stare. Artemi felt a shadow loom over her seat. She turned around in time to meet the stern guy. Oh, fucking shit. Your Excellency, what are you doing here? I was simply passing through the town square when I caught sight of you here. You, the Creator's chosen, a holy knight of the church, wasting your precious time playing card games at a cafe. I mean, it's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! For fuck's sake. Get over it. Did my warnings last night fail to penetrate this thick skull of yours? Or are you looking forward to throwing away your title? The entire cafe grew dead. Oh, fuck! Artemi slowly appeared, very small as she spoke to the bishop in a quiet voice. Oh my god, my leg! Fuck! Sorry, my leg is a bit... Oh god, I thought my leg was asleep. Fuck! No, Your Excellency. I assure you, I spent the entire night searching for the missing rubies. Damn it, this is a mess. I'm just smacking shit everywhere. I was simply taking a moment to collect myself. More than a mere moment from the looks of it. What kind of impression does this give the people of Axia when they see the Creator's chosen blankly shirking her duties? Artemi gulped. My deepest apologies. I will see to it that this doesn't happen again. Cole glanced between the two church members awkwardly. Hey, ma'am, cut her some slack, will ya? She literally worked herself to the bone all night. Everyone needs a break once in a while. The bishop shot Cole a sharp, demeaning scowl. That is none of your business. Keep your nose away from where it does not belong. Cole winced. All right, jeez. The bishop returned her withering gaze to Artemi. Really, Artemi? Why must you further solely the church's reputation by associating yourself with such questionable company? Sitting together with a man like this? Katrina gesturing dismissively at Cole as though he were a mosquito that flew in her tea. At that moment, something snapped on Artemi. Her meek expression suddenly hardened into a fierce glare as she stood up defensively. Oh, fuck! Scared me a bit. You may question my abilities as you like, Your Excellency, but I will not stand for insults towards my companions. I assure you that despite his appearance, Cole is a man of good merit. Cole was taken aback. He waited quietly for a psych moment when a punchline finally hit, but none came. Artemi and the bishop stood glaring at each other heatedly. The silent tension hung thick in the air, with everyone in the cafe watching them breathlessly. Several long seconds ticked by that felt like years. Cole noticed Artemi's tense shoulders quiver slightly while standing against the bishop. Katrina finally spoke, her voice a dangerous low hiss. A low, dangerous hiss. Fuck, I got that mixed up. I may be out of caffeine right now, but at least I got water. Water is life. You dare raise your voice against the Grand Bishop in public? The nerve. The bubbling frustration in Cole's chest rose to a breaking point. He quietly leaned back and discreetly snapped his fingers on the table, sparks of illusion magic flickering between his fingertips. Suddenly, the silence was pierced by an embarrassing wet splurting sound ripped sharply through the cafe like a shriek. Oh my god. A very unhealthy very wet shriek. Oh no. It was more than a very drawn-out splat to be. Oh no, Cole, what did you do? Everyone's turns to serve the sound with everyone staring at Bishop. Her face turned uncomfortable as she noticed all the people gazing at her. What are you looking at? That wasn't me. Oh, dearie me. It appears our good bishop isn't feeling well today. You best return home and take care of yourself, ma'am. Bye-bye. Shoo-shoo. Fuck off. Cole leaned back and casted Prestidignation under the table again, followed quickly by a minor illusion. A disgusting stink suddenly filled the cafe. Oh, no! No! That's horrible! Many of the customers wrinked their nose and covered their face with disgust. Oh my god! Several gagged and pointed behind Bishop Katrina with a laugh. Yuck! Yuck! A large brown stain painted the back. Oh! Oh my god! That's terrible! Katrina whipped around and tried to cover herself, her face red with indignant fury. What manner of trickery is this? This is utterly juvenile. This is some sort of illusion. I swear to you all that my robes are unsoiled. Artemi just stared at her mother's tantrum, utterly stupefied. Should she help her or... Oh no, there's no choice. Like, help or just leave her be. That would be fucked. Katrina turned towards Cole and snarled furiously, though it was hard to take her seriously when she was busy covering her butt stains with her hands. You! I know you are responsible for this somehow. I will not stand for such humiliation. Holst casually took a sip of his tea and wrinkled his nose like a fancy fuck. Whew! That stench! Ma'am, I'm gonna have to politely ask you to take a step back. A waitress awkwardly approached their table.
Excuse me, Your Excellency, but I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. You are disturbing our customers' establishment. I mean, you seriously took a shit and all.
Katrina's face somehow turned even redder with indignant fury. You will be punished for this. Mark my words. Finally, she left the cafe with a huff. Good. Fuck you, Katrina. Artemi watched her disappear without another word. She turned to her Cole with a strange mixture of a half-hearted smile and guilty grimace. Cole, I know you mean well, but you mustn't torment my mother so. Cole spat at his hand. Wait, that's your mom? What kind of asshole makes her kid call her Your Excellency? Cole, such language. Her Excellency means well. She's probably stressed out from all the work she dedicates to the church. She just has an image to uphold. Yeah, the image of an asshole. Plenty of stressful parents manage to mean well without being an utter dick about it. You gotta stand up for yourself sometime. Do you stand up for yourself when you disagree with your parents? Well, the little bell at the cafe's entrance rang again as a breathless Sid rushed inside. Oh yay, our favorite little himbo! His eyes lit up when he caught sight of Cole and Artemi. Yay! Yo! Did you guys see that lady that just sprinted by? I think the Grand Bishop just shot herself in public! Artemi let out a groan and buried her face in her hands. Maybe I should go home and apologize. No, you're coming with us to the Bonebreaker Guild. We're gonna help you out with your mission, right? And hey, good morning, Sid. You're late. What the fuck, did your shorts not fit you? Cole cheerfully greeted Sid with a firm slap on the back, while leaves were just on the back and not lower. Though their height difference led to slap landing. God! God damn it! I was just fucking joking about that shit, but now it happened. Great. God damn it. Fuck me. Landing directly on the back of his ass. No. Sid yelped at me and knocked over a table. Hey! Good morning to you too, boss. Artemi glanced between them curiously. Is this a variation of a high five? How strange. Anyway, are we going to the Bonebreaker Guild to start my training today? I can't believe I'll be meeting Morrow for the first time. I'm kind of shaking from anticipation. Don't worry, Papa's a really swell guy. I want to get to know him. Oh, and Artie here is going to join us. Our next big assignment is helping her find those missing rubies from yesterday. Sid's eyes lit up and shook Artemi's head. And he shook Artemi's hand gleefully. Really? That's great to hear! It's an honor to continue working with you, Miss Chosen. Please, just call me Artemi. There's no such need for formality among friends. I can't believe this! We're staying as a team! Oh, speaking of which, Sid scratched his head and glanced away bashfully. This is kind of embarrassing, but could you guys do me a favor? Of course. I would be honored to aid my friends. Depends. What do you have in mind? You guys are free later tonight, right? This is gonna sound super embarrassing, but my parents wanted to meet you, the two of you. They sound super excited when I told them about yesterday and wanted to treat you guys to lunch or something like that. Cole and Artemi exchanged surprised glances before laughing sheepishly. Aw, your folks sound pretty sweet. Of course we'll come. Can't say no to free food after all. Artemi fidgeted with her gloves self-consciously and gulped. Oh, fuck, sorry. She almost looked somewhat intimidated. I don't know. My social abilities are still somewhat lacking. I might not live up to your family's standards. Demands? This isn't a job interview. There's no need to get worked up. My parents are super chill. They just wanted to make sure I wasn't hanging around with crazy people. Or frogs. Very well. I shall do my best to provide my worth. Thank you for inviting me to your abode. Artemi bowed deeply yet again. At this point, all the customers at the cafe had grown accustomed to the sight and paid her no mind. Oh god. Like I said, it's not a job interview. Cole shrugged and motioned the cafe waiter for the bill. Anyway, we can visit your parents' place after our training session at Bonebreakers. If we're gonna have a meet the parents day, we might as well meet my papa first. Let's head out. What the fuck is that? Oh, sorry, I was feeling something underneath my chair. It was just my fucking headset cord. Oh my god, I love the icons with the map. I love it. I wonder if there's gonna be more character icons on there. Ooh, that'd be great. Oh, maybe that peacock in the beginning. Oh, I wonder who that was. Like seriously, I have not looked up this stuff like about anything in the story or the art. So yeah, just to keep myself intact from spoilers and enjoy this more, which I fucking love. Noontime. Awesome. It's lunch. Well, here it's fucking 9:06. And welcome to my crib. Cole shut the front doors open and revealed the Bonebreaker Guild bustling with activity and drunk mercenaries. Dozens of men in armor, various states of dress, let out shouts and welcome Cole home as he waltzed inside. Hey, welcome back! Artemi is following closely behind, gaping at the rowdy and disorganized sight. Cole, we must have arrived at the wrong address somehow. This is an unsupervised tavern. Hey, don't let Papa hear you say that. He's still super proud of buying and renovating this old shack into our headquarters. Sid shyly waved at the laughing mercenaries and admired the various weapons ebbed into the bar walls and tables. Wow, this is just like those barn tales. The Bonebreaker's reputation is spot on. He blinked and suddenly realized most of the mercenaries were wearing rather revealing loincloths and harnesses, similar to Cole. Harnesses, huh? That leaves much for imagination. Very much so. Sid flushed and shuffled behind Artemi like a timid child. Is there a dress code I'm supposed to follow, or... Nope. Papa lets us wear whatever we want. He does encourage us to leave a striking impression, though, if you know what I mean. Artemi stared at the men at the bar with concern. Discipline is rather lax here. That is a horrifically unhealthy amount of alcohol at such an early hour. I was a pretty laid-back guy. The boys here work real hard most of the time, so he lets them relax and party hard when they have the time. What's the point of all that effort if you're not going to enjoy yourself later, right? I suppose I see the logic in that. Y'all need to relax. You're gonna have a great time here. I guarantee it. Cole laughed and gave them both friendly slaps on the back before approaching the bar. Although he gave a slap on Artemi's back, he slapped Badger's ass. Again. Maybe. Hey boys, how's it going? Y'all know where Papa and Hamish are right now? One of the mercenaries pretty cold with a buzz chuckle. Oh, I saw them headed to supply closets a little earlier. The captain was getting really flirty with Hamish, I tell ya. Oh boy. The usual shit, you know? That's the usual fucking shit. Cole scowled a little groan and rubbed his temples. The supply closets? They're not seriously. Did Papa forget that he promised to help train my new adventuring party today? Probably. You know what your old man gets when he's in the mood. Runs in the family, eh? The man laughed and gave Cole a good-natured hair tussle. Sid and Artemi approached Cole awkwardly. Is something the matter, Cole? Cole muttered under his breath in annoyance and rubbed his temples. Nope. Everything's fine. Y'all just hang out here for a bit. I'll go find Papa. Oh dear. Meanwhile, the small supply. Oh dear. Oh god. Let's prepare. Hamish furrowed his brow and tried his best to stay on topic as Marrow late. Oh. As Marrow, blah 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 blah. Okay. Those were up. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna describe, like, I'm telling ya, that you're overthinking things again, lovey. If Cole wants me to tell something, he'll tell me. I've never given my boy a hard time before. Yeah, but you have to understand that you're got a rather big personality. Sorry. Hell yeah, I do. Hun, focus. I'm being serious. Sometimes I feel like you're just talking at Cole instead of really listening, you know? It's hard to say no to you when you're being so aggressively supportive. Aye, being supportive ain't a bad thing. Yes, but communication is a two-way street. Cole's a good kid, and he loves you to death. He'll do anything to make you happy, you know? That includes hiding stuff from you he thinks would disappoint you, even the tiny things. Just promise that you'll have a talk with him, like an actual conversation instead of your usual random of, my darling boy, I'm so proud of you. Alrighty, fine. I'll give it some thought. Now, let's save this conversation for a better time, yeah? Oh my. Oh fuck. The closet doors suddenly flew open with a slam. The two hyenas glanced up to see Cole glaring at them, flabbergasted. Oh, hey boy, how's your morning then? Marla laughed and continued casually smiling at Cole. Hamish buried his face in his hands as he struggled not to spontaneously die from embarrassment. Would it kill you to knock? Why are y'all even down here? Get a room! The only bedroom in this entire building, in fact. Marla let a playful ground petted Hamish's distressed ears. You know my policy, boy. I do my utmost to stand on the same level as the rest of my men. Mara's overzealous declaration reverberated through the building's thin walls. Roars of howls of agreement and support from the drunk mercenaries echoed from the lame lobby of the Bonebreaker Guild. Oh god, my throat! Mara's grin widened as his glass eye twinkled proudly. He never broke eye contact with Cole as he smiled. See, boy, that is why I meant what it means to be a great leader. You gotta be a part of the team. Right, yeah, totally understand. Speaking of teams, did you forget that you promised to help train my new party members? Mara's ears suddenly stood up and then they drooped in realization. Oh shit. I didn't say that, did I? Oh shit. I did say that, didn't I? How drunk was I when you asked? Hamish elbowed Morrow underneath him. I reminded you this morning, you big oaf. Did you? I don't remember that. Hamish rolled his eyes with an indigent grumble. Well, you were busy flirting and just being all gawky at me. Then you dragged me over here for some private time, even though there's still paperwork I need to finish. Papa, you always say that it's just private time, but you always end up just going at it forever with conversations and all that. Mara scratched his head awkwardly. Yeah, sorry, my boy. We'll probably be at this for a while. You mind coming back with your crew in about an hour? I promise you I'll get the sparring room set by then. Cole groaned and rolled his eyes and rubbed his temples. Fine. You two have fun, I guess. With a huff, he slammed the door shut. Oh, fuck! Silence. Lovey? You're not mad at me, are you? We're putting a lock on that fucking door. Oh, that's great. There we go. Back to it. Gotta avoid that risky stuff. Thank God. Thank God for Steam Lab's little switching. Or else I'd be kind of screwed. When Cole returned to the main lobby, he found Artemi and Sid in awe as they watched one of the Bonebreakers mercenaries juggling 6 unsheathed daggers with ease. Now, most of that, you didn't see what was happening, and most of the stuff that was being read was not what I was saying. I was just making it up. So, yeah. Not gonna describe it, but I'm like, whoop! Oh well, enough that. Thank you, Mouse. Another mercenary was making moves on Sid and offered to teach him his sword-swallowing trick. Oh my! Cole sighed as he approached him. Huh? Why do I need to take off my... Sid caught sight of Cole and waved enthusiastically. Oh, hey boss! Did you find Morrow yet? Cole snorted. Yep. Found him. Papa's a little busy though. We're gonna visit your parents first. Really? Right now? Cole tapped his foot impatiently. Yes, right now. You all ready to go yet? One of the mercenaries barked out a disappointing grumble. Aw, I was gonna show this new fella a few of my tricks. I was also looking forward to learning his sword swap. Oh my God, Artemi! No! 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 It sounds fascinating. Oh my God! No! No! Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh my God, Artemi, no! No! Mercenary men all chuckled to themselves and pat Artemi on the shoulder sympathetically.
Sorry, sweetheart. I'm afraid you don't have the right equipment for it.
Huh? Hey y'all, back off a little, will ya? You're gonna scare off my new crew. Aw, don't even worry about it, boss. Everyone here's been super nice. I agree. Your coworkers have been most accommodating. I'm looking forward to learning from them in the future. Cole shot his fellow coworkers a withering look and was met with a wave of snickers. Wait, did I just say what I think? With a wave of snickers. You're not you when you don't have a bar. You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers. So yeah, have a Snickers. That wasn't actual Snickers, that was something else. It was Bueno. Whoa, Cole, how'd you end with such a sweet and wholesome courage shot? I almost felt bad for that bone. No need for that. We're leaving now. A loud feral howl suddenly reverberated through the building and almost shook it in sheer volume. Cinder and Artemi stared towards the back hallways in bewilderment. Uh-oh. Get ready. All the Boneberger mercenaries were utterly unfazed, as though this were a daily occurrence. Oh, fuck. What is in my throat? What was that? Ugh, that would be Papa. Is he okay? He sounds hurt. Oh, he is fine. Anyway, come on, let's go. We're leaving. But surely we should check and see if he is okay. Nope. We're leaving. Shoo! Cole dragged his two companions out the door. I looked red-faced at the Boneberger mercenaries, howled with laughter behind them. Oh my God, those walls are so fucking thin. Go away, mouse. I always forget that's there. Sparrows. Oh, yay. Tavern and inn. Okay, so can I be real with you guys? Sid fidgeted with a hint of embarrassment as the three of them approached the Sparrows' Roost Inn and Tavern. This is a little bit embarrassing, but I really like you guys, and I want to look cool when I'm around you. But my parents can be a little coddling sometimes, and it makes me look like a big, lame baby, so... I know what you mean. Don't worry about it, big guy. Every embarrassing thing they say will be held against you. That's not what I'm asking for. Okay, listen, just do me a favor and look away whenever my mom pinches my cheek or tries to fix my hair or something. I got a reputation to uphold. Does your mother fawn over you often? All the time. I'm a grown man now and I can take care of myself. But of course, I'm not gonna say no to my own mother, so just be cool about it, okay? Those are smells of stew and assorted snack foods whacked through the open window of Sparrow's roost that they neared. Cole felt his mouth water at the savory scents and took a deep, hungry sniff. Wow, so this is what a real functioning tavern is like. Holy shit! Look at that! Waiters serving actual food that's not heinous as shitty cooking. I can't believe you get to live here, man. I mean, it's nothing compared to growing up with the greatest mercenary in history. Who cares about that? I want good food. Cole felt his belt shift as his mouth slid up out of his pocket and flipped. Oh no.
My, what is a heavy scent? It's really intoxicating. Puny mortal, We must investigate this immediately! Now!
Whoa, boss! A massive snake just crawled out of your loincloth! Cole winked. Which one? I've got two. You can pet it if you want. Huh? Cole, I didn't realize you summoned two snake familiars. I don't believe I've seen the second one. Where is it? Cole sighed, tired. One of these days, we'll teach you about innuendos. Oh my god, you're such a precious being, Artemi. Fuck. He turned back to Sid. Anyway, I summoned this talking snake familiar accidentally. Kinda. It came out a little dumb though.
Excuse me?
Sid grinned, delighted. That's so cool! I've got a little animal companion too! Meet Betsy. She's been real pal to me for the past few years. A real good listener too. Oh fuck. Not the frog. Got a large toad and the exact same potato. It's a potatoes toad! That's our one. The rotund, what the fuck? Rotund. I think that's supposed to be the round. Oh dear. Well, there's another, thing. Shiro was looking for typos, so I'm gonna look at these now and then, hold on. There we go. Apologies for that. But this is a work in progress, so yeah. Is that thing still alive? Yup. I fed her some table scraps this morning. She really likes the leftover cheese from my dad's cheese shop. That explains why it's so ridiculously round. Artemi approached the toad and bowed deeply. It is an honor to meet you, Lady Betsy.
Ribbit.
Ah, she speaks! Cole, don't be rude. Say hello. I am not bowing to that damn frog. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not bowing to the damn frog. You don't have to. Betsy doesn't really talk. Wait, is this just a random frog you found off the ground? It's not familiar at all, is it? Hey! Betsy has been a dear family friend for years. She's always in the same spot in front of our house every day and night. You sure this thing ain't dead? That's so mean! Miles slid down Cole's leg and squinted at Betsy with dismay.
You think these Moors are comparing me to a disgusting vermin like you? Do not look so smug, mortal trash. I can get you in an instant.
Betsy peered back at Miles, completely unmoving.
Well, round mortal, do not ignore your superior.
Betsy simply stared back blankly. Miles shivered and suddenly retreated.
Such resolve, such stoicism. My God, it's fucking horrifying. I love it. I can see it in your deep, dark eyes. You're filled with wisdom far beyond your years. You're filled with determination. Very well, Round Mortal. You earn my begrudging respect.
Are you fucking kidding me? Why does this frog get more respect than I do?
You shall get respect when you learn to act with dignity, puny mortal.
I concur with your familiar's advice. You should heed its wisdom, Cole. Though you are a man of good merit, you could do with a little more dignified code of honor. I don't need your sass, Nighty. I know you're so salty about yesterday. Artemi blinked blankly. I don't believe I consume an excessive amount of salt in my diet. Should I be worried? Cole sighed and rubbed his nose. You were suddenly hit with the realization that he was surrounded by a group of lame nitwits. Aw, no! A dumb hippo and a naive precious bean. And a twink. What are we gonna do? How did his life come to this? With a grumble, Cole yanked Miles back into his pocket before dragging everyone through the tavern door. Alright, enough with this animal show and tell. Did you say there would be free food? Cole, you fucking little shit! What a greedy little bastard. Upon closer inspection, Sparrow's roost tavern was almost the exact opposite of Bowbreaker's Inn and almost Ballad-Breakers Guild in almost every tavernish way. The place was clean and well lit, with polite waiters bustling about serving relaxed customers. Mouth-watering food and drinks were stemming from every table. Oh fuck, my mouth's watering too. Damn. The complete lack of drunken shouting almost felt like whiplash. Sid glanced between his companions with nervous anticipation. Speaking of mouth-watering stuff, I think it's time for a little quick, bueno chew. Let's see. Come on, open. Open, damn you. Ah, there. Ah, bueno. Oh, damn it. They're so fucking good. Oh my god, it doesn't have on a mic. That's good. It's fucking good. Bueno is good. Trust me on that. Right. Good stuff. Welcome to my home. My family lives on the second floor here. It's not much compared to the Bone-Breakers Guild and the Grand Cathedral, but it's cozy enough. Are you kidding me? This place is perfect. The floors are clean, and I can actually hear myself talk without shouting. I should come visit more often. Though this place might be a bit too family friendly for me. Well, no shit. Really? You think so? I never thought too much of it. Sid felt Artemi shuffle behind him nervously. The young maid was peering about her surroundings like a cornered animal. Is Miss Shrinkwood here? I do hope to make a good first impression. Oh! Mr. anxiously shuffled about, her elbow knocked the face. Uh-oh! The sharp sound of shattering glass cut through the quiet tavern like a knife. Dozens of workers came and glanced up in her direction. Artemi felt her entire body freeze up. She stared back stiffly like a frozen deer. Oh, poor thing. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, Sid, here already. Why didn't you say something?
A pair of small birds hurriedly fluttered down the stairs and greeted them with giddy laughter. Artemi and Cole stared blankly. They had expected me a pair of tall, hulking badgers like Sid. This was certainly a surprise.
Hello. It's wonderful to finally meet you two. Welcome to our Commonville Tavern. Sid has told us all about you.
Don't let me be in there, Artemi. Uncontained joy.
By the creator, it's true. Real non-frog friends.
The two pairs exchanged triumphant high fives between their backs. That's funny.
Well, where are our manners? I'm Leah, and this is my husband, Rennet.
Artemi stiffened before bowing deeply. Greetings. I am Artemi Joanna Gautier. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Ilya and Rennet simultaneously smiling. Aww.
What a polite young lady.
A real holy night in Europe. What a delight. Look at that shiny sword and armor. Oh, this is wonderful.
Artemi felt her face flush. Oh, she awkwardly shuffled behind Sid with a timid bow. Sid offered her an embarrassed smile and shrugged. Sorry, my parents can be a little smothering sometimes. They mean well, though. Artemi gave a small nod. I understand. I was just taken by surprise, that's all. Meanwhile, Leah had moved on to pinching Cole's cheeks like he was a child. Oh no! He was afraid of this, You must be the son of the legend. Wait, was it Sid or Cole then? Oh, it was Cole. I thought it was Sid. Fuck, I can't read.
You must be the son of the legendary mercenary that Sid's always prattling about. My, you're as cute as a button.
Hey, hands off.
I take it that you're the leader of this little adventure party. Thank you so much for taking care of our little Sid. It's good to know he is in capable hands.
Mom? Sid's face with a deep pink as he pried Cole over out of his mother's pinchy clutches. Pinch, pinch. Here's the thing. Not cool. Didn't you say you were gonna make snacks for everyone and stuff?
Oh, how could I forget?
Amelia's been fussing over food prep all morning. You're all in for a treat.
Come on, join us upstairs.
The two birds beckoned them eagerly. Artemi cleared her throat and raised her hand with a hint of guilt. Before we go, she gestured towards the pile of broken ceramic on the floor. I accidentally knocked over your vase on my way in. My deepest apologies. I understand if you no longer wish for me to join your gathering. Ilya let out a struggle.
Oh my goodness, what a sweetie pie. Don't even worry about it. I deal with worse for my regulars.
She flicked the feathered hand towards the broken pieces. Sparks of magic shimmered from her fingertips. A gentle glow filled the ceramic shards. They suddenly shuddered and began puzzling themselves back together. Cole watched in amazement. From their flashlight, the cracks of the ceramic sealed themselves. The surface of the vase shimmered with a polished sheen, as good as new. Whoa, that's amazing.
Oh, it's nothing much really. Just some basic bardic magic.
Ilya peered closer at Cole. Her smile widened.
And if my senses are not deceive me, I believe I sense a fellow bard within you.
A wave of panic suddenly hit Cole. What? What are you talking about? I don't know any magic. Behind him, Sid was frantically making the time out gesture to his mother. Ilya was taken aback for a moment before smiling.
Ah, I see. Your secret is safe with me. I don't know what your reasons are for hiding your gifts, but let me assure you that you should be proud of your bardic abilities. It is an elusive and cunning class of magic.
Cole cleared herself badly. Wow, Miss Shriekwood. Did you used to be a bard? The magical kind, I mean.
Why, yes. I used to get in all sorts of trouble in my younger days as a traveling bard.
That sounds so like me when I was doing Baldur's Gate 3. I got into so much fucking trouble with that. But goddamn it, I was a charismatic son of a bitch.
If you'd like, I could teach you some of the tricks I know.
Excitement fluttered in his chest, even though Cole tempted to swallow it back down. That would be great! I mean, if I were a magical bard, that would be really cool. But I'm not, so, yeah. Red suddenly clapped his hands together and gestured towards the stairs. That's enough standing around. The food's getting cold. Let's hurry up and eat. Oh my god, sorry. This is why my throat today. Jeebus. Cole's mouth was watered as he shoved another helping of cheesy potatoes into his hungry maw. His taste buds were singing and his entire being was on the verge of tears from the sheer ecstasy. Now, before we do anything, I don't know if there may be problems with the mic, so I'm just gonna do this just in case. Because the mic seems a bit weird right now. It's just going to the yellow, so hopefully it's not bad. This is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. He wiped the tears from his eyes and he began wolfing down his food. Ilya chuckled as she added another plate of hot sandwiches to the table.
My, what a flatterer. Eat as much as you'd like, my dear. There's plenty more. I usually cook a lot to feed this big guy over here.
Sid flushed and scratched his head. I mean, Mom's cooking is good, but surely it's not as mind-blowing as you're making it out to be. Come on, man. You didn't grow up with Hamish's dirty cooking. This is heavenly. You don't even know how good you got it, do ya? The other mercenaries don't cook? Cole stuffed half the sandwich down his throat and shrugged. Oh. They just throw things in the oven and hope for the best. Most of the time our dinner is just salad and burnt meat. Cole suddenly felt the weight shift in his pocket as malice slithered out and onto the table. Oh god. Black Snake flicked his tongue curiously at the food before attempting to snatch a small piece of ham. Dude, what are you doing? The snake ignored him and struggled at mouthing the ham for several moments before spitting it back out.
Curse this horrid body! I cannot chew any of this delicious food! Puny mortal, you must eat my steed!
Are you crying?
Yes! I sound like I found it enjoying the pleasures of material plane. But nay.
This is how it's crying.
Food and drink, sightseeing, and maybe a hot bath. This, words cannot describe my utter distraught. No!
The little snake uncoiled and flopped his head dramatically.
Puny mortal, you must eat my steed. Our senses are linked, so I am able to taste whatever you taste.
Oh god.
Alas, it is not the same thing as eating myself, but I will have to do it.
Simon began buttering another slice of cheesy toast. Am I going to be compensated for my tour guiding services?
Your payment is in the satisfaction of a job well done. Ow!
Hold on, I should.
Ow!
Mouse wheeled indignantly as Cole flucked a chunk of hot cheese in his face.
Fool! You're wasting this precious food!
The snake turned towards Ilya and bowed deeply.
Esteemed mortals, your culinary skills are truly awe-inspiring! Thank you for inviting us into your bones!
Fuck, I love voicing this little noodle in this voice. I don't know how he's supposed to sound, but this is the voice I'm sticking with because it is fucking funny. The two little birds exchanged surprised looks.
My, what a polite little pet you have there.
Thank you for the kind words. It is gratifying to have my cheese-making skills finally be recognized. Cole glanced up between bites of food. Are you a cheesemaker? I haven't seen you eat a lick of the stuff since we got here. Red's head slumped to deep melancholy. Indeed, I am a cheesemaker. Alas, I was born with the curse of lactose intolerance and cannot even taste my own creations. At least, not without dire repercussions. You choose to become a cheesemaker despite being unable to eat it? What drove you to do such a thing? Fran popped his chest out feathers proudly.
Sometimes life deals you an unfair hand of cards, and I cannot help but fight back out of spite. Cheese making is my passion. Few treasures in the world can equal the creamy goodness of a well-made cheese. Let this be a lesson to you, youngins. Never give up on your dreams, no matter the consequences you encounter. Speaking of which, I must take my leave. Axia's annual Firefly Festival begins tomorrow, and I must prepare my cheese cart for the occasion. If I manage to impress a few nobles with my exquisite cheese, I might finally get an investor for the cheese shop of my dreams.
Sounds like a losing battle, honestly. Who's gonna invest in a lactose intolerant cheesemaker? You are so fucking blunt, Cole. My god. Ow! Cole Winston, Grammy Artemi kicked him under the table. Renette was already halfway out the door and didn't hear any of it. Farewell, youngins. Thank you for taking care of our little Sid. Dad! He left. Ilya smiled as she made her way around the table to refill everyone's teacups. I really would like some fucking tea right now, actually. God damn it. All this talk of tea is making me want to drink tea.
Your father is right. We were so worried when you said you wanted to become an adventurer. It's such a dangerous occupation. But now that we know you have such capable companions, I can worry a little less. Oh, my kid. I'm still worried sick.
Ilya reached out and clutched Artemi and Cole's hands tightly.
Please take care of my little boy. He is my only son. I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt. Sid is a big, strong boy, but he's got sense this time. I need someone to look out for him. Won't you do humor an old bird and promise to look out for little Sid for me?
Cole and Artemi stared in shock. Oh, Ilia's eyes furrow in deep anxiety. Artemi starts to lift forward the paint with an ugly feeling, but she swallowed it back down. Don't do this in front of my new friends. Very well, Lady Ilia. I'm sorry. Lady Ilia, your compassion and concern for your son is truly inspiring. I pledge to support and protect Sid to the best of my ability. I swear it upon my honor as a holy knight. Yeah, what she said. Ilia let out an adoring coo.
Oh, Sid, your friends are so cute.
Sid buried his face in a bowl of porridge with a groan. He's going lower. Oh no, poor Sid. Oh no. Oh no, Sid. Sid, come back. Don't disappear on us, please. No, Sid. Come back, you cute himbo. Oh, thank God, it stopped. He's gonna drown. Let's hurry up. Any dignity of coolness I hope to have in this adventuring party is dead. Ah, don't sweat, little baby Siddy. You're safe with us. Sid tried to sob, but choked as he accidentally inhaled a lung full of porridge. Oh, you dorks. I fucking love you. As the party cheerfully continued wolfing down their food, Ilia made certain to speak to each of them privately. Now, who should she talk to right now? Oh, we have a choice. Oh shit. Let's see here. Sid, Cole, Artemi. Cole. So, bardic magic. How exactly does it work? Ilia had ushered Cole aside to a table lined with several glass bottles. The old bird's eyes beamed with enthusiasm. She was clearly thrilled to pass on her magical skills to a youngster. Cole couldn't help but smile reluctantly. A chance to be openly excited about magic. It was a nice feeling.
See here, Cole. Bards are a peculiar class of magic users. We're not as flashy as those fireball shooting wizards, nor are we as supportive as clerics with their healing spells. Our greatest strength is with our cunning minds and subtle misdirection.
Ilia clapped her hands together with a sly grin.
Young man, I'm about to teach you the most useful spell in the bard's arsenal. Mage Hand.
Cole squinted, unimpressed. It's not just a weak cantrip that moves stuff around.
Indeed, yet with a little bit of creativity, this spell can easily save lives and turn battles. It's also very useful for cleaning up the kitchen and for other chores. The possibilities are endless.
Ilia's voice suddenly dipped and dangerously low.
Many years ago, I spotted a gang of neighborhood hooligans bullying my young son. He was just a wee child back then. With the power of Mage Hand, I am this big...
Oh my God! I just heard that. I need to hold on. I need to get my thoughts.
With the power of Mage Hand, I am visited. You bitch slap those suckers from 30 feet away.
Oh shit.
Repeatedly. With the power...
Just say it again. Hold on. Just to process this.
With the power of Mage Hand, I invisibly bitch slap those suckers from 30 feet away. Repeatedly. Run as they might, those hooligans never escaped my grasp. And thus, the legend of the bitch slapping ghost persists amongst the market district children to this day.
Oh, I love Ilia more. I love this mother. I love her. She is fucking great. I love her. I fucking love this woman. I love this bird mom. You beat up a bunch of kids?
Listen, you don't fuck with my son. I am fully prepared to throw hands with a child if I must.
Yeah, I mean, I would never do anything that puts Sid in danger. I'm just that kind of responsible boss. Cool. Anyway, How does Mage Hand work? Ilya gestured towards the kitchen table that was lined with bottles.
Imagine within your mind the shape of a hand. Now reach out with your arcane magic and imagine that hand grasping one of those bottles.
Ilya flicked out her hands in demonstration. Soundlessly, one of the bottles began floating in the air as though lifted by an invisible force.
I cast a spell. Spell. Spell.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Keep in mind, dear, the mage hand is still a rather weak cantrip that can only lift around 5 pounds. Why don't you give it a try?
Cole stepped forward, clenching and unclenching his hands uncontrollably, and rubbing his temples too. Okay, just reach out with my mind, right? I got this. Ooh. Raised an open palm of fur with his brows. Use the force! Use the force, little twink! Wisps of magic flickered from his hand as he concentrated on a bottle on the table. One of the bottles abruptly toppled over and spilled cider on the kitchen floor in a waterfall of ale. Ah, shit. I did it! Kinda. Oh, sorry for the mess, Miss Shitewood. Why does that sound like Miss Shitewood? No offense, it just, Shrikewood, it almost made me want to say Shitewood. Mr. and Mrs. Shitewood. No, I'm not gonna say it for that. That is fucked. These two are wholesome parents, especially this bird mom. I fucking love her. Because she is the bitch slapping ghost.
Excellent job in your first attempt, dearie. Don't even worry about it. Just keep practicing, and you'll get the hang of it in no time.
Ilya magically vanished and cleaned up the spill with a dismissive wave of her hand. Cole watched with her usual spell casting with fascination. Oh, that's so cool. Sure wish we could magically clean stuff back home. This would be so useful at the bar. And the supply closets.
I'm sure I could teach you that as well, young man. Cleaning objects is one of the functions of prestidigitation.
No, it's not that. It's just my papa's got a pretty crucial mindset about magic. He's always going on about how magic is for the weak and all that good jazz. Ilya raised a brow with amusement.
Well, that's better hogwash. Magic is a part of you that must be trained and mastered, just like those muscles your father is so proud of. You owe it to yourself to nurture your strengths, dear, and to possibly gain muscles, so now you're not such a twink with thick thighs, for fuck's sake. Would you like me to give your father a firm talk? I can be quite persuasive.
Cole snorted out loud before disguising it as a cough. You? Against my papa? He eyed the tiny woman doubtfully. Ilya laughed and puffed her chest proudly.
Oh, don't you worry about me, lad. I'm not afraid of a few buff men. I deal with worse every night within this tavern.
I'll, give us some thought. Thanks, Mrs. Shriekwood. Would you mind if I, drop by occasionally for more magic lessons?
Friends of my little save are always welcome here. Oh, I can't wait to teach you all the tricks I've learned in my youth. We bars ought to stick together.
Aww, Cole nodded eagerly. A place where where he could be openly excited about magic. He felt a surprising amount of weight lift from his shoulders at the mere thought of it. Aww. As the tiny party shiftily continued wolfing down their food, Ilya made certain to speak to each of them privately. Now, who should she talk to right now? Artemi next. I thought for a second it was just only going to be one character choice. Damn. Artemi blinked to sit up straight as Ilya approached her with a smile.
Artemi, was it? I just wanted to say that it's wonderful to have you here. I'm very grateful and relieved to know such a capable knight will be working with my son. It's a great comfort to a stressed mother's heart.
Artemi gulped nervously and bowed. You flatter me. I am simply performing my duty.
Oh dear, you look rather troubled since you arrived here. I hope we are not making you feel uncomfortable.
Not at all. Everyone here has been wonderful. Sorry if I appear glum. I just have a lot on my mind.
Ah, I see. Well, sweetheart, if If you ever need to talk to someone, this little bird is happy to lend an ear.
Artemi bowed her head stiffly. You are very kind, Lady Ilya. Amused laughter erupted from Ilya as she covered her smiley face.
Lady Ilya? Who's flattering who again? Woohoo! You can just call me Ilya, dear.
Artemi stumbled through her words as a self-conscious flush spread across her cheeks. I cannot possibly. Perhaps Miss Shriekwood would be okay. I'm sorry if I am too forward.
Sweetheart, you need to apologize so much. Let me assure you that you are a wonderful guest.
I have a habit of apologizing way too much, too. I have not broken it. It's kind of a hassle. Sorry, Artemi caught herself and snapped her mouth shut. I'm just at a loss for words often. You are very different from what I imagined, Miss Shriekwood.
In what way? As an innkeeper, a bird, or a fellow lady?
As a mother. Sorry. Artemi stiffened nervously. Apologies if that was too forward. Ilya laughed and waved a hand dismissively.
Oh, it's fine. You're not the first person to mention it. Renette and I get it a lot, actually. I admit the two-time birds raising a hulking badger as their son is a very humorous image.
No, it's not about that. I just thought you would be more stern or strict. It is very bewildering to see everyone here conversing so casually. Are all families like this? Ilya's plumage drooped as she stared at Artemi silently for a moment. She then hastily leaned across the table to refill Army's tea and filled her plate with more bread.
Are all families like this? I'd hope so. Though I know firsthand that this is not always the case. Is everything all right, dear?
Artemi took her teacup and stared at its steaming contents quietly. I confess that I recently got into an argument with my own mother and might be projecting somewhat. We were rarely on good terms, but today I lost my temper and actually yelled back at her. The aghast horror she felt in that moment in the outdoor cafe was overwhelming. Artemi sighed and took a deep sip of her tea. I've been falling nonstop in my duties lately, and now I'm afraid I just added fuel to the fire. Ilya stared at Artemi in bewilderment for a solid minute before bursting out into faint laughter.
You're stressed out because you talked back to your mother for the first time? Oh my goodness, dear. You truly are too sweet for this cruel world.
I know, right? She's a fucking precious bean. Oh. And now I love this precious bird mom too. My God.
When I was your age, my mother and I would constantly at each other's throats, and my sister was much worse. Actually, you're what, 20 years old? I think we already ran away from home at that point.
You and your sister ran away from home?
Yes, and then we stole a boat and sailed as far as the sea would take us.
Ilya smiled nostalgically inside.
Listen to me, dear girl. Having the strength to stand up for yourself is a trait you should be immensely proud of. I know in our youths, we always imagine our parents as these perfect people who automatically know what's best for you. Utter hogwash. If I had learned anything from my time as both mother and daughter, it is that I know absolutely nothing, and neither does anyone else.
But you're a mother yourself. Surely you prefer your children to obey. Ilya snored humorously.
Would I prefer Sid take on a safer job? Of course.
Oh God, my voice.
But I also want my son to be happy. I want him to feel safe enough to speak his mind when something is bothering him. So when he told me he wanted to become an adventurer, I adjusted my expectations. Family is a conversation, dear. If all you do is order your children about, you're just an awful cattle driver who will end up dying alone one day. Just like my mother.
Artemi just gaped, her mind swimming aimlessly.
Apologies. That came up more forcibly than I intended.
She sat down next to Artemi and placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. Across Ilya's aged face, wrinkled with many years of history, was a soft, sympathetic smile.
I understand that guilt you must be feeling. But please remember that you deserve to be happy, and there is no shame It's standing up for yourself in defense that happiness.
I see. Thank you, Miss Shriekwood. You've given me much to think about. Artemi cleared a throat. Her ears drooped timidly as she smiled up at Ilya. Say, apologies if I'm being too forward yet again, but would it be alright if I come by the Sparrow's Roost again in the future? Your wise words are quite comforting. Ilya laughed kindly.
Of course, any friend said is welcome under my roof. I look forward to speaking with you again, dear.
Alright, it's the same thing. Now, let's talk to the himbo. Who just has his chest exposed and nipples too. I just realized that. Fuck. Well, I wasn't paying attention, but oh well.
Sid, dear?
Yeah, Mom? Ilya smiled gently. She pulled Sid aside. I thought she said pushed.
Dear, I just wanted to tell you that I'm very proud of your decision to become an adventurer. I'd like to apologize if I've been too discouraging before. I'm just very worried about you. But now that I know that you're in capable hands, I can worry a little less. Slightly less. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm still worried on my mind, but you must keep doing what makes you feel happy.
Aw, thanks, Mom. You really don't need to fuss so much, though. Oh my god, I just sound like a fucking nerdy mama's boy. He is a mama's boy, though, but it's fun. He's a himbo mama's boy. I mean, I've got the creator's chosen and the son of the world's greatest mercenary on my team. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine.
You're right. I just can't help but worry, you know. I am your mother after all. But yes, you've done a good job in choosing your companions.
Ilya's worried frown suddenly melted into a teasing smile.
By the way, you're still very young. Why not?
Oh god, Mom, please don't give me the grandchild talk now.
Why, of course not. Whether or not you have children is solely your decision. But I'm just saying, you should take advantage of your youth while you've got it. Your new companions seem like good stock. Get out there, go on some dates, experience some new things.
Mom, don't make this weird. We just met yesterday. Plus, Artemi's a knight of the church. I'm pretty sure she's got an oath of celibacy or something.
Well, what about Cole? He seems like a charming young man.
What? No, why would I ever be into Cole? I'm not gay. Aha! I call bullshit. Just like squinting doubtfully too.
You spent your entire childhood prating on about that really buff and attractive mercenary man.
That doesn't count.
Really? You spent an awful amount of time fantasizing about the man's chest muscles, though.
I'm serious, Mom. I'm 100% sure I'm not gay. That'd be really weird. Yeah, say it louder. I'm sure you convince someone eventually. Fucking Cole. Again, I do not understand what is preventing you from being happy. Shut it, Artie. Let them talk. Those two little turds. I love them. Ilya's brow furrowed with concern.
Why are you getting so worked up about this? Sid, I hope your father and I never gave you the impression that we disapproved. You're free to love whomever you choose.
Really? I always thought...
Sid, when did this come about? If there's something bothering you, please, let me know.
Well, Sid fidgeted uncomfortably. Do you remember that fancy academy that you sent me to when I was younger? You know, the one where you and Dad spent all your savings to pay for the tuition? And I ended up sucking really bad and the school kicked me out? Deathly glare washed across Ilya's face.
Ah, yes. Those teachers had the gall to claim you lacked any intellectual merit. The nerve! Why, I had to go back and give them a piece of my mind.
No, this isn't about the teachers. Sid scratched his head awkwardly. During my time there, the other students kinda picked on me a lot. Specifically for crushing on the guys there. Not that I actually did, of course. I guess I just gave off that impression? Wait a minute. Oh, I thought there was an undercase wide eye there for a minute. A heartbroken look fell upon Ilya's face as she clutched her chest.
Oh, Sid, why didn't you tell us about this?
Well, I mean, I completely wasted you and Dad's life savings from getting expelled. I didn't want to disappoint you guys even more. Ilya smiled and rested a warm hand on her son's shoulder.
Oh, dear, you are never a disappointment. Please, whatever you choose to do, you have my full support, be it in matters of career or love. If you like this Cole fellow, go for it. Though you might want to keep on your toes. Parts tend to be prickly when you least expect it.
You mean like physically prickly or...
Oh no, it's a metaphor, dear. Although I once knew this bard who cast polymorph incorrectly and... Oh, never mind. That's highly inappropriate.
Ilya cleared her throat loudly.
Now then, let us focus on a far more important topic.
Ilya smiled. She casually reached for a bottle on the kitchen table.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Glass showered across the floor as an utter fell rage overtook her.
Oh my god!
Who hurt you? These classmates of yours. I want names and addresses.
Mom, please! You can't pick a fight with these people!
Oh, don't you worry about your old mom. I've killed a man or two back in my day.
What? Please calm down. It was just some light bullying.
Which is why we can't let them off the hook. What kind of message does that send? Bullying is okay so long as you don't get caught? I ain't having it.
Mild panic flooded through Sid's chest as he tried to ease his mother back into her seat. Oh god, poor bird mom. Sure, maybe, but you don't have to be the person to do this.
I have the advantage here. Either I kick the shit out of them, or they have to suffer through the social scrutiny of fighting an old lady. It's a win-win, baby.
Oh my god, that is a fucking whiplash. Oh shit. I fucking love this mom. I love her. I love her. I fucking love her.
Artemi chipped in from across the room. Are we riding into battle? If so, you have my full support, Miss Shriekwood. Count me in too. I kinda just want to see where this goes. Don't enable this! Everyone, sit back down! Wow, what a fucking whiplash. Ah, there we go. I thought for a second I was going to repeat the choices, but as a glitch, but thank God. Leave sparrows roost in. Okay. Hold on, I'm just checking something briefly. Let's see here. Okay. We're just checking things. Morris District. Now! Why was that a fucking thing? Weird. That was kind of weird. Some weird thing about my mouse. Oh well. Cole, Sid, and Artemi, and Malice said their goodbyes to Ilya as the afternoon sun hovered over the heated summer sky. They made their way back to Bonebreaker Guild to find the place surprisingly calmer than before. At least from the outside. There was a significant lack of drunken shouting and jeering. Alrighty, Papa and Hamish should have finished up their business by now. Are y'all ready to meet the great Morrow Bonebreaker? Sid shuffled behind Cole nervously as he pushed open the heavy guild doors. This will be my first time meeting my hero in person. Do you think he'll like me? Oh fuck. What the hell? What? As soon as the door opened, a throwing axe sailed across the room and sank into the wind while inches above Sid. Oh shit. Robert barked a booming laugh as he sat behind the bar while casually twirling a second axe in his hand. Oh shit. So this is it, eh? These are the little shits who think they're worthy of working with my darling son? Well, think I can! The entire building shook. Marlon's voice piercing through every fiber of their being as he grinned at them like predators surveying a selection of fresh meat. He slammed his axe down into the bar, adding another wound amongst sea marks into the wood. This is the Bonebreaker Mercenary Guild. We accept the best and only the best. If they're not ready to go through hell back,
I suggest you hike your sorry little tail out of here while you still have the chance.
Sid was suddenly very small and timid as he crouched behind Cole's tiny frame. I think I just peed a little. Artemi also glanced back at Cole nervously. Sir Bonebreaker seems to have a rather high standards. Do you think either of us will qualify? Cole grimaced at the two of them. Are you two actually scared right now of that? As if on cue, Hamishly casually strutted into the room and gave the three of them a friendly wave. Hey folks, you must be Cole's new recruits. Welcome to the Bonebreaker Mercenary Guild. Don't mind the big oaf over there. He just spent the last hours practicing that speech hoping to impress you. Oh, record break! Marlo's entire rowdy bravado collapsed with a look of heartbreak and betrayal. Hame, you just ruined the magic. I was trying to look cool in front of Cole's new friends, and you ruined it. Hamish shut the bigger hanging of Hamish scowl. You know what else is ruined? Our new door frame. We just got it replaced. You couldn't just stick with a speech, could you? No, you just had to chuck an axe at them too. I get one chance to make a first impression, and I gotta make it big. I've got. Artemi and Sid exchanged surprised looks at the two older hyenas continue squabbling out a married couple. Oh, I hope they get married. They're cute together. The throwing axe embedded into the front door comically failed to reveal a dozen or gashes from what were clearly practice throws. So this is the greatest warrior in the history of Axia. He has certainly been domesticated somewhat compared to all the tall tales. Hamish suddenly cleared his throat loudly and turned towards the party. Hey, Hammy. Hey, Hammy, don't you go ignoring me again. Anyway, Artemi and Sid, feel free to make yourselves at home. I understand we'll be mainly training Sid today, since he lacks any combat experience, and Artemi is already combat ready. Feel free to join the sparring matches if you so desire. Oh, excuse me. We'll outfit Sid with a weapon that best suits your fighting style, and go over the basics with you, step by step. Sounds good! As for Artemi, Cole has left a note explaining your mission with the church earlier. Rest assured that the Bonebreaker Guild and our network will aid you in your search for these gems. Thank you, Sir Hamish. I appreciate your professionalism. He made his bossiness. Hamish, commanding Fenrir, waved slightly as he shot Cole a hurt look. Aw, poor guy. He shook it off and gave Artemi a sit of welcoming smile. Aw, poor dude. I feel sorry for Hamish. That's cute. I also wanted to thank you for taking care of Cole for us. And of course, apologize for any trouble he might have caused you. Artemi tried her best not to smile. It is quite alright, sir. Cole is great, and I have forgiven him for almost all of his crimes against chivalry. Hey! Ah, yes. I fully understand. He can be handful sometimes, but he's got a good heart underneath everything. I'm right here, you know. The conversation carried on as though no one heard him. Say, I'm kind of surprised how supportive the guild is so far. All those bar tales you've made, you guys sound like a rowdy crew of barbarians. Mara barked in her lap and climbed over bar to join them. Oh, don't get us wrong. We are a rowdy crew of barbarians. But loath as I am to admit, pride posturing can only get you so far. Those bards tales love to exaggerate the big bad hyena fight of our guild, but what truly holds us together is the pack. Oh, fuck. We don't leave anyone behind, rookie or otherwise. You both are gonna be all right here at home. We'll take good care of you. I swear to God, Hamish and Morrow have got to be fucking married. They need to be. So, oh shit, I misplaced that. Sid's heart fluttered at Morrow's reassuring grin. Go away, Mouse. So this was the face of his hero. Morrow locked eyes with him and grin suddenly turned mischievous. Oh shit! He slammed his axe into the bar again, shaking the building with a defining boom. What did I just say about breaking shit? Now enough chit chat. Time to fight. You think I was kidding when I said
I said to be ready for hell. We're gonna push you hard. That's the only real way to make a warrior out of you. Hurry up and move those lazy legs to the sparring room.
This is gonna be good. For a second, I thought it was like a dojo. Oh, fuck it. Spectre thing. Sorry. Sid was in a cold sweat. Decisiveness was never his strong suit. The Badger had the habit of mulling hours over the simplest of choices. So when his childhood hero Mara Bonebreaker dragged out crates upon crates of weapons for him to choose from, Sid felt his brain immediately short-circuit. No thoughts. All himbo.
Oh, come on, rookie. What are you getting so nervous for? We haven't even started drilling yet. For fuck's sake.
There's too many choices. What if I make the wrong one?
Well, then you can just drop it and choose another one. Relax, boy. It ain't the end of the world. How about the heavy axe? This one's my favorite.
Sid let out a yelp as Mark dropped a massive double-bladed axe into his hands. The weapon slipped out of his grip as he scrambled to grab hold of it. Despite being called a heavy axe, it didn't feel particularly heavy. Sid swung around it experimentally. This one? I don't know. Would people think I'm trying to copycat you?
Contrary to popular belief, I did not invent the axe, boy. Stop overthinking. There's no time for that on the battlefield. Give it a few swings. Does it feel right in your hands?
It feels a little too light, if I'm being honest. Mara let out another barking laugh and gave Sid a back slap that would have killed the lesser man.
A heavy axe is too light for you. A man after my own heart. In that case, how about dual wielding? 2 axes are certainly heavier than 1.
Sid yelped and scrambled to catch the 2 medium axes that Mara threw at him. He twirled both weapons in his hands timidly before quickly setting them back down. I'm gonna be real honest, sir. I am not coordinated enough for these. I'd sooner chop my own tail before hitting someone else.
Good point. You do have that adorable bubbling look about you. Let's see, something heavy.
Mara tapped his chin, pondering slightly. Sid let out an amused chuckle as he watched the older hyena scratch his chin. I guess I gave this trade off to Cole. That's just look of his, so that's where it came from. Cole had the same habit whenever he was thinking hard. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Like father, like son. Just a sus looking. Despite the significant differences, these two were certainly father and son. Of course. Mara let out a triumphant laugh and clapped his hands together excitedly.
Aha! I know just the thing for you. It's a real special one right here. It's made by the same blacksmith who forged my signature Damascus steel great axe. I never got around to using it though, since it's a little too fancy for my taste. Don't you worry, it ain't no hand-me-down or something like that. It's the heaviest weapon in the Bonebreaker armory. Nobody else here could even pick it up.
Sid gulped. Are you sure a rookie like me should have something so important?
Of course. If you're working for my son, you're gonna have the best we can give you. I accept nothing less.
Mara ruffled through several crates in the supply closet before returning with a grin.
Ooh, a battle axe.
Or javelin. Is it both? I don't know. In his hands was a massive steel halberd. Oh, it's a halberd. Okay. Ugh. With a soft blue cloth tied to its hilt. Oh, that's so cool. I like that. Sid felt his heart skip a beat. He grasped the long handle nervously. The metal felt cool to the touch, but warmed quickly in his grip. I was going to say crickly. Never mind. This halberd was very heavy. Incredibly so. An enchanted smile spread across Sid's face as he swung it around wide arcs, swirling it fancily around his arm before resting on his shoulders. This halberd was heavy, but in his hands, it felt perfect. It's perfect! Thank you so much, sir. I'll put it to good use.
Good boy. Make sure you work hard to become worthy of this build. It's one of the best weapons in the arsenal. The blacksmith called it the Lanius. Apparently it's got a few special abilities too.
Like if you tugged the handle just right. Sid suddenly let out a yelp as the halberd spasmed against his grip. With a sharp mechanical clink, the handle instantly shorted and transformed the halberd into a larger axe. Holy shit! Whoa! That's pretty handy! That's the reason why it's so damn heavy. Apparently this thing can transform into a lot of shapes. I never bothered to figure out how to use it though. I prefer my weapons to be a bit more straightforward. As if to demonstrate, Morrow unclasped a massive black-gray axe from his hand. A feral grin spread across Morrow's face. Now that you got your weapon choice sorted now that you got your weapon choice sorted out, let's see how well you can use it. There was a silver blur as Morrow suddenly lunged forward. Sid barely had time to react. With a squeeze, the Lanius halberd instantly extended to the original length, just in time to block Morrow's strike with a metallic clang. Morrow snarled and continued leaning into his swing. Sid felt himself being lifted off the ground and tossed around the room. Adrenaline pumping through Sid's veins as he scrambled back onto his feet while gripping his new halberd tightly. What? Right now? I thought you were going to teach me the basics first. There's no better teacher than pain and experience. Buckle up, boy. You're in for a bumpy ride. Oh, is something gonna go down? Ooh. We'll see. Meanwhile, in the Bonebreaker Guild Tavern-sized building, Hamish was giving Artemi a tour of the facilities while Cole complained loudly behind them. Like a little bitch. And back here are the supply closets. Hamish gave Artemi a wary look. Don't come back here. Ever. The boys get rowdy and this place becomes wildly inappropriate for a church night. Artemi frowned. I assure you, Sir Hamish, I am quite prepared to deal with unruly co-workers. Yeah, Hamish. Let her go where she wants. It'll be a learning experience. Hamish rubbed his temples and let out a tired sigh. Moving on. Wait, did it say temple? Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously, every time I hear temples, I would rather, like, actually chomp down on food. No. God. Why? Why does it have to be temples? Why did you do this? I just dropped my fucking lid. There we go. What the fuck, man? Not a tired sight. Moving on. The sparring room is here in the Eastern Hall. That's where Morrow and Sid are training right now. Oh! Here you can find our armory and battle equipment. Nice. I like that. While I know you are already trained in the art of combat, it doesn't hurt to get a little practice in. Oh shit! Sir Sid, are you okay? Artemi rushed forward at the healing spell already prepared in her glowing palm. She was stopped by a throwing axe sailing through the air and landed directly at her feet. Uh-oh. Don't interrupt our lesson, lassie. Morrow turned back to her Sid with a Ballad-Dick grin. Boy, is that all you've got? Give me a sec. Hamish sighed and rolled his eyes. Hun, don't break him. You can't teach him anything, he's dead. A little roughhousing never hurt anyone. Now get up! Show me if you really got what it takes to be a bone breaker. Oh wow. Wait a second, let me just think about this. You think your opponent's gonna just stop and let you catch your breath? While we also see my fucking teeth up in the right corner. Think on your feet, boy. Oh no! Ah! As Sid tried for an umpteenth time to land a single strike of Morrow, the hyena leaned over to give Hamish a smooch on Sid. Oh my god. This is definitely partner's son. Holy shit. Morrow, focus. Don't sweat it. I can multitask. Oh, poor Sid. He just got the shit kicked out of him. At this point, Sid with a shambling collection of bruises as he panted breathlessly on the sparring room floor. The Lanius slipped out of his grip with a thud as the Badger waved his hand to surrender. Alright, save again. Because we're really far in this, I think. There. I think I might need a break. Despite the utter beating Morrow had given him, the hyena laughed and gave Sid an approving pound on the head. Not bad. Not bad at all. Out of all the new recruits in Bonebreaker history, you lasted the longest in your first training session. You'll make a fine party member You'll make a fine party member for my darling son. Sid ears perked up as though up through his exhausted days. Really? You got talent, kiddo. Great natural born strength and endurance. Your reflexes are nothing to scoff at either. Mar sheathed his axe and shrugged. But you are probably the clumsiest fighter I have ever seen. You tripped over your own feet more often than you managed to hit me. Uh-oh. Don't feel discouraged, boy. You did well for your first time. Be proud of how far you've come and steel yourself for the road ahead and make sure you're not fucking everything up and being total shite. That is the attitude of a true warrior. Sid felt his heart flutter at his hero's encouraging words. Thank you, sir. It's been an honor. Morrow flashed him another smile before turning to Hamish. The older hyena leaned forward and gave him another smooch on the cheek. Aww. Hey, lovely. How was the tour for that night, lass? Did you miss me? Hamish sighed. I was gone for 15 minutes. Well, I missed you. Are you still angry about that ruined door frame? Because I promise I'll get that fixed by the end of the week. Though he tried to hide it, a tiny smile tugged at the edge of Hamish. Ah, I'll hold you to that. He turned to invest in new recruits and noticed Artemi staring at the two of them curiously. Oh no. Something wrong? Not at all. I was just part of my tactfulness. But are you and Sir Morrow married? Cole let out a bitter scoff. Nope. Morrow laughed and suddenly hung the fascia arm over Hamish's shoulder. Fuck, they need to be married. Why do you ask, lassie? You think your church will finally bless our union? I did reach out to request a wedding ceremony once. They just slammed the door in my face. Artemi stiffened uncomfortably. Hamish gave a sympathetic smile. Don't worry about it. There are no hard feelings. Morrow and I don't need a formal ceremony for our relationship. Aw, so cute. I love them too as a couple. Behind them, Cole crossed his arms and shot Hamish an unimpressed glare. Hamish paused and glanced at Artemi thoughtfully. I understand that your church is teaching. I hope we are not making you uncomfortable. Not at all. You needn't apologize. Artemi smiled wistfully. I have been learning a lot about families today. I'm starting to realize that I know little things about how things are supposed to be. Thus, I am in no position to judge. She nodded at Hamish and Morrow with a polite smile. You two are very sweet. It's rather refreshing to see. Ah, that's good to hear. I was worried because of how miserable you looked this whole time. Miserable? Lass, you've been wearing that glum and gloomy look on your face since you walked into this building. Aren't you the creator's chosen or something? They say you're supposed to be this bright little ball of sunshine. What's the matter with you? I have? Yeah, you look dead inside. Fucking hell, Cole, you little smartass. I know you didn't sleep at all last night, but you've been kinda a sad sack all day. My deepest apologies. There's a lot on my mind. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. The ever-present smile on Morrow's face slowly disappeared as he crouched down to face Artemi at eye level. Oh my god, Artemi is short. Holy shit. Does that mean Cole is short too? Wait. I think I mentioned the bios. Oh god, I need to look at them again. What kind of thinking? If you're thinking about useful stuff, then go right ahead. But if you're just thinking about how miserable you are, then drop it and find something better to do. Ain't nobody has ever thought themselves into happiness before. Hamish nudged the older hyena irritably. Morrow, be nice. What? I'm just telling her how it is. Feeling bad about feeling bad never helped nobody. How does one simply stop thinking about how horrifically unworthy they are? Oh. Artemi sighed, her gaze fixed on the floor. Oh, no! I've been failing my duties non-stop lately. And I just got into a big fight with Her Excellency of the Church. Should this mission fail, I will lose my title as the Creator's Chosen. What will the people think of me then? I am already unimpressive as a knight, let alone the Chosen One. And I've been failing the simplest tasks I've been given. Artemi's voice trembled as her fleeting thoughts outward in a coherent ramble. I've been just terrible. Getting arrested on my first day of work, dragging the Knight Commander to the consequences of my mistake. Even my new friends. Our first mission as a venturing party was to fix my failures. Artemi's shoulders slumped. I'll never gain Her Excellency's approval at this rate. Maybe all those things she's been saying are true. Her breath was shaky. She let out. They say that speaking one's thoughts aloud would help ease the pain, but Artemi just felt worse now. She wiped away the wet tears at the edge of her eyes and blinked. Abruptly, she realized Mara was crouching in front of her at eye level, staring inches away from her face. His face was an unreadable frown. His glass eye glinted lifelessly in his socket as his outer eyes seemed to peer straight into her core. Sir Mara, what are you? Ah! Fuck! Mara suddenly lashed out with an axe in hand. The blunt handle dug into Artemi's abdomen and knocked air from her lungs as she was thrown across the room. What the fuck is going on now? Holy shit! He then tumbled into the middle of the sparring area and struggled to stand. She hunched over, coughing hoarsely. Mara Bumberger stepped into the sparring ring with a snarl. What is the meaning of this? Stop talking! Draw your sword! Artemi scarcely raised her blade in order to deflect another swing of Mara's axe. She looked back onto her feet and hastily summoned her shield with a flash of arcane light. Mara watched her stumble into a battle stance with a grim smirk. Look at my eyeglass. How do you suppose I lost it? A hard battle, perhaps? Artemi winced as she blocked her axe swing with her shield. No, I lost it when I was still a wee young lad. Mara ran back with a forceful kick. Artemi felt it. Oh god. Her legs were shaking as she set skidding backwards. My papa was a real ass of a man, always telling me I wouldn't make anything of myself. So I wanted to prove him wrong. I kept a defeat so massive and brave that he had no choice but to acknowledge me, to be proud of me. You know what happened? You succeeded, right? You're the great Mara Bonebreaker. Mara shook his head with a grin. I failed. Lost my eye for my efforts. And you know what my father did when he found me? Bleeding from my empty eye socket and barely breathing? He just scoffed and left me there. For some people, if there's never gonna be enough, but that bastard just fucking did nothing for me. You're a shithead. Another swing, another block, Artemi skidded back further. She felt the wall of the sparring ring press up against her back. Gulping anxiously, she stared at Mara's feral grin. You want to talk about failure, lass? I, Mara Bonebreaker, have been failing non-stop my whole life. Every step, every attempt, I've been a disappointment to someone. But you know what the difference is between you and me? I will never let anyone talk to me the way you're talking to yourself right now. Artemi felt her chest lurch. She ducked under another swing of Mara's axe, the blade leaving a massive gash on the wall. She swung her head low and towards the hyena's knee, but Mara sidestepped with ease. Ha! You still got a fight? You still got some fight in you after all. That's it, lass. Face me. All that bullshit. All that bullshit. Sorry. All that bullshit you keep talking about. Pointless. Stand up and fight. Artemi gritted her teeth and tried to bash Mara aside with her shield. The large hyena took a blow head-on with a laugh and shoved her back. Ha ha ha! You heard that little voice in the back of your head? The one that's constantly whispering that you're a failure? That you've accomplished nothing throughout your sad, pathetic life? Kick it in the dick and move on. Okay, hold it. Kick it in the dick and move on. You ain't got time to fight yourself while you're facing the entire world. Mara broke the laugh and twirled his axe in hand. And you sure as hell ain't got time when you're facing me. Artemi. Oh. I see. Artemi felt the wave on his short lip as she took a deep breath and stepped forward. In a rush of battle, that dreadful voice was drowned out by sheer adrenaline. A small competitive smile spread across her face as she picked herself out of the floor. I, Artemi Joanna Gautier, accept your challenge! The proud battle-eyed and grin on Morrow's face grew even wider. Let's see what you've got, lass. Oh, God. For a moment, the air hung still in the sparring room as the two faced each other. Then Artemi charged. Oh, damn! Morrow reacted instinctively with his own strength, but she blocked it in the nick of time. The harsh grind of metal against metal shook the air. Morrow's massive great axe dipped under his own weight. Artemi leaned forward as soon as she saw his grip slack. Oh shit! Her stance was perfect with practiced precision as her sword sliced through the air. Holy shit! Just fuck. A slash, a vertical slash, followed by a thrust. God damn it. Artemi was a storm of swinging blades, and Morrow was lazing sidestepping all of her attacks with ease. Holy shit. What is this? A dance recital? You can't use sword routine straight out of the Church Knights playbook and honestly expect it to hit me. I ate armies of Church Knights for breakfast back in my day. Frustrated growled when Artemi started to change tactics. She lunged forward towards Morrow's left side. I didn't even look in her direction as he casually twirled his axe, forcing her to dodge backwards. I'm going for my blind spot. It'd be clever if every other opponent I faced didn't do the same thing. Artemi felt her frustration boil. Something within her snapped. Oh shit. Shit just got real. The air suddenly crackled with a burst of lightning as Artemi's eyes glowed. Arcane electricity branched across the knight's sword and armor like furious spikes. Morrow raised an eyebrow with interest. You're not just a paladin, are you? A Tempest Domain cleric. That explains all the lightning. What a load of magic-y bullshit. Artemi swung her sword. A wave of celestial light surged forward, burning through the air of the sparring room with the sharp scent of ozone. Morrow let out a laugh and swung his axe. The moment his blade made contact with the arcane lightning, all the magic within the room instantly vanished. Artemi felt her lungs lurch, as though someone knocked the wind out of her. What the hell? Surprise! Morrow's axe collided with her sword and sent it clattering across the room. Fully disarmed, Artemi stumbled back in defeat. The hyena stepped back and stroked his axe fondly. Damascus steel, the finest in the land. There's a reason this is my favorite axe. It cancels out magic the slightest touch. He laughed triumphantly. The look on your face was precious. It's a shame you rely on your dinky little spells instead of fighting like a true warrior. Morrow was taken aback by surprise at Artemi's friend. Oh shit! His jaw groaned from the brute force of the punch. He got knocked the fuck out, man! In that moment, Artemi's face was utterly feral with battle-drunk frenzy. A jumbling and cathartic rage filled her veins as she hit Morrow with everything she had. Diana stumbled backwards and tried to swing his axe in retaliation. Before he could blink, Artemi looked forward and sank her teeth into Morrow's forearm, forcing him to drop his weapon. Holy shit, she is pissed. He snarled, twisting back. He landed a leg on the center of Artemi's abdomen. The knight was sent flying across the room and collided with the wall in a nasty thud. At this point, Hamish jumped into the center of the sparring ring. Alright, that's enough. Cole and Sid rushed to Artemi's side with bewildered shock. Artie, what the hell was that? Are you okay? Artemi blinked as she picked herself off the floor, a trickle of Morrow's blood still dripping down her chin. Holy shit, she was fucking feral. She rubbed her eyes and blinked again, as though she just realized what happened, and rubbed her temples. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. That was completely improper sparring etiquette. Her apology was interrupted by Morrow, who had doubled over laughing breathlessly on the sparring floor. Holy shit! She bit me! That little fucker actually bit me! Morrow's eyes filled with tears and cackled. That's got to be the most fun fight I've had in years! That's one hell of a spot. This one's got hell of what. This one's got one hell. Sorry, I have to read it again. This one's got one hell of a spine. Brown turned towards the sun with a grin. Hey, Cole, this one's my favorite. Everyone stared blankly, utterly baffled. Hamish rubbed his temples. Rubbed his temples and sighed. Okay, let's take a break. What the fuck? It turned out that taking a break meant being swept up by a wave of enthusiastic and supportive bonebreaker mercenary men who immediately showered them with food and beer. Beer. Mercenaries were attentive and chatty as they tended to the rookie's wounds with words of encouragement. Sam and Artemi were literally carried to the lobby/tavern dining area and was showered with cheerful applause.
So you got your first beating from a Coppermouth? Then I'll put some hair in your chest. Plenty of guys come through here thinking they're hot shit and then get a hard reality check.
Sid's ears drooped as he declined yet another tankard of beer. I'm not sure about that. I came here thinking I was pretty bad, and I got hit with the reality that I'm pretty darn bad. The older mercenary tended to Sid's bruised arm and chuckled. It's part of the process. You can't stop getting good until you know when you're ready, where you're lacking, right? Don't let the captain's tough love fool you. He cares a great deal about his men. If you take his advice to heart, you're sure to grow into a better warrior. Sid let a doubtful mumble. Sitting beside him, Artemi frowned thoughtfully as she slipped from the only teacup. Oh god, the entire key. I was surprised. Despite his barbaric nature and dubious teaching methods, Sir Mara is a rather wise man. I do feel better after an unorthodox battle. Letting loose and releasing all my pent-up feelings, it was truly cathartic. I certainly would have received a beating if I tried such a thing back at the Grand Cathedral. However, Artemi grimaced. I hope Sir Morrow's not upset that I lost control during our fight. A wave of snickers passed through the tavern that soon became outright laughter. That was early mad. Most of us never even managed to let a hit on the captain during our first sparring match with him. And you bit him. You, the prissy little knight. I've never seen Morrow so gobsmacked. Artemi frowned uncertainly. Is that good? Nothing in this guild makes sense. The crowd of mercenaries cackled in delight. Mercenary tending their wounds grabbed the tankard and raised it with a grin. A toast to our new clueless rookie! This was met with roared cheers as men left and right raised their cups with fond glee. Artemi flushed and buried her face in her teacup. She had never been under such a positive spotlight before, and she didn't even know why. It was hard to know how to respond. She glanced towards Sid, who was staring joyously down at his tankard. Sir Sid, is something the matter? Oh, I'm fine. Just a little sore from the fight, that's all. He took a deep swig of his ale and quickly changed the subject. Say, where did Cole go? Haven't seen him in a while. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the talk. Oh, shit. I gotta get ready. Hold on. I gotta be in the shitty position. Oh, shit. Shit's about to get real. Shit's about to go down. Probably. Oh, fuck. Shit's about to go down, everyone. Cole flopped down a nearby crate and watched expectantly as his father cleaned the blade of his great axe. So, what do you think, Papa? About my new crew? Cole tried to hide a nervous hitch in his voice as he shifted in his seat. A wave of relief washed over when Morrow chuckled and winked. You've found yourself a fine pair of underlings, boy. They'll make excellent veteran partners for you. The older Hayes scratched his chin thoughtfully as he holstered his axe. They're both Badger. Sid, was it? He's a good kid. Got some real strength and superb reflexes. Kind of spineless, though. He's indecisive and a real pushover who has trouble standing up for himself. Morrow rested head on Cole's shoulder. As is later, if you take good care of him, he's gonna take good care of you. You're a leader now, my boy. Make sure to give your new underlings the guidance they need. Cole nodded slowly. Yeah, of course I will. Morrow's grin sounded fondly as he began bandaging the teeth marks on his forearm. Oh shit! She fucking got him good! As for the night, lass. She's got guts, I'll give her that. Even without that bullshit magic of hers, she's still a force of nature. Good choice, my boy. However, Mara paused. When you get to my age, you start to get a sense of people when you cross swords with them. That lass, she's got a lot of buttered up rage. Mara sighed and shook his head. It reminds me an awful lot of myself in my younger days. Be careful with that one. Cole winced as he remembered the pure wrath that poured from Artemi when she confronted him in Clyde's office yesterday. How did you deal with it when you were younger? A teasing grin spread across Mara's face. That's when I met my beautiful Hamish. He truly turned me into a better man. Cole scoffed and stuck out his tongue. I don't know, Papa. Of all the men in the world, you chose that? No man in the world is comparable to my Hammy. Mara's tongue suddenly dipped to a low rumble. I know you two have never seen eye to eye, but never questioned my love for him. I wouldn't be a fraction of the man I am today if not for Hamish. If you say so. Oh, speak of the devil. The door creaked over as Hamish poked his head inside. Hun, I need to have a word with Cole. Both Mara and Cole's eyes roused in surprise. I need to have a word with you is usually Hamish speak for you're in big fucking trouble. Oh no! Mara mouthed the teasing good luck to Cole before slipping out of the room. Oh shit, things are really gonna hit it down. Cole out an irritated sigh as Hamish approached and rubbed his temples. Alrighty, what do you want? Hamish blandly ignored Cole's pearl-stone tone and sat down across from him with a stern expression. There was an intensity in his gaze that left Cole feeling uncomfortable. So, you are a leader now. It wasn't a question. Cole crossed his arms and turned his nose. Yeah, I am. What's it to you? Hamish's stern stare pierced right through him. This isn't just about you anymore. You have to do better. What are you talking about? Hamish let out a deep sigh and closed his eyes. Your father was a great and faithful leader throughout his time as the Bonebreakers Guild's captain. Everyone in this guild would happily lay down their lives for him. Do you know why? It's because he's done the same for us countless times. Maro truly loves everyone here. He knows their passions, their concerns, their insecurities, and works hard to build everyone up with undying support. He cares. As a leader and a friend, you need to build a similar relationship with your own teammates and treat them better. Cole shifted nervously in his seat. Well, of course. I've been training them well. You don't have to worry about that. No. The ruby. Cole felt the stone drop. How did you know about that? Wait, are you going to rat me out? Hamish shook his head calmly. No. You are a leader now. Admitting your wrongdoings will be your own responsibility. It's not my fault that those two are gullible little suckers. Plus, they beat me to a pulp if they knew about the things I did yesterday. Why do I have to? A snarl rose from Hamish's throat. Relationships are vulnerable. Trust is a risk. If you're not willing to be either, then be alone. You cannot screw them over and then abandon them like you did to Clyde years ago. You're better than this. A red hot flashlight bubbled from Cole's chest. He glared at Hamish, blood boiling and vision blurry with indignant rage. Who do you think you are? My dad? You don't know a fucking thing about me. What makes you think you could go parenting me like some sort of glorified nanny? I've got no idea why Papa even puts up with you. Hamish's expression tightened inside, completely unsurprised. Of course I know you, Cole. I raised you since you were a tiny, crying bundle in diapers. I know you have a hard time being honest with yourself, and you push back when you feel vulnerable. Hamish paused. But I also know you can push past this and grow into a much better man. Hold on. Oh, his ears been cut off. I didn't notice that. Holy shit. I care about you, Cole. Cole had barely processed Hamish's words before snapping back. Well, I don't give a damn about you. I know. Deathly silence filled the room. Cole managed to compose his racing heart in the lull, his animosity subsiding enough to eventually comprehend Hamish's words. As soon as his anger quelled, a twinge of guilt filled Cole's chest. He quickly swallowed it back down. Hamish let out another quiet sigh before standing and dusting off his breeches. That's all I have to say for today. Let's move on, shall we? Gather up your new teammates. I need to debrief them on the mission to find the princess' 4 missing rubies. Cole watched the older Hangir walk quietly out of the sparring room, his eyes low with fatigue. A stubborn part of him wanted to dismiss everything that Hamish said, but that sharp twinge of guilt in his chest was becoming hard to ignore. Huh? The hell? Thought I saw something weird. A brief time later, Hamish managed to drag Artemi and Sid away from the overly friendly crowd of drunk mercenaries with some difficulty. Cole blinked as they approached. Artemi was absolutely beaming, as though she had shared several entertaining conversations with a pleasant crowd. Sid, on the other hand, was sulking with his head hung low. What happened to you two? Oh, Cole, you should have joined us. Your fellow mercenary men were wonderful company. Such cheer and camaraderie. I never experienced anything like it. Sid shuffled across the room and slumped down next to Cole. He grumbled quietly. Yeah, they really liked how tough the chosen one is. Meryl's really impressed with her. Cole squinted between Artemi's oblivious grin and Sid's envious brooding. The air was thick with awkward one-sided tension. And Hamish told him to leave these two? What a mess he's found himself in. Speaking of Hamish, the older Hanging completely avoided his gaze as he pulled a large chalkboard from a nearby supply closet. Oh god. Pinned to the board was a large map of Axia, along with several scribbled notes and details of the fighting ring incident from yesterday. What is this? A classroom lecture? Hamish shrugged. I'm rather fond of using chalkboards to plan out future missions. He turned towards Artemi with a nod and gestured for her to sit. I'd like to iron out some details before I send out my network of eyes and ears to locate the rubies. Of course, that sounds reasonable. Cole tapped his foot impatiently as he stared at the tiny writing on the chalkboard. I thought you were supposed to be the brains behind the bone breakers. Are you telling us you haven't figured anything out yet? Hamish looked at him sharply. I should be asking you the same thing. His tone was steady and even. You were present during the fight, weren't you? As leader of your adventuring party, I expect you to be attentive to your friends' battles. Fights are not merely a time to cross blades. You can gather a lot of information about people from the way they act during battle. Hamish sat down next to the chalkboard with arms crossed and gave Cole a hard stare. Now, you tell me. Who is this cloaked mage, and what direction should this investigation what should go? Cole grumbled and shifted uncomfortably on Hamish's gaze. Was this some sort of test? Was Hamish trying to make him look bad in front of his new lackeys? Artemi said glanced toward him expectantly, eagerly waiting for his response. Cole cleared his throat and stared at the chalkboard. Sweat started to bead across his brow. Uh-oh. Is he going to pull that? If this was a test, he fully refused to gain Hamish's satisfaction of seeing him fall. Uh-oh. What can he analyze from yesterday's events? Well, let's start with the obvious. The cloaked figure is a very powerful mage. Cole scratched his chin thoughtfully. A mass mind control spell, counterspell, shield, conjure elemental. They're probably versed in the wizardry class of magic, or maybe druidcraft? No, wizardry is more likely. He nodded slowly as he slowly replayed yesterday's events in his mind. They also spoke down to everyone, calling them peasants and whatnot. Not to mention how they rambled on and on about how big and important they are. This mage is likely a noble or someone of a higher class. Cole closed his eyes and thought hard. What else? When I grabbed one of the rubies, they tackled me to the ground and we wrestled for a bit. They didn't feel very muscular or physically strong. Probably someone on the scrawnier side. They stood around 5'10", give or take. As for motives, I'm willing to bet that these rubies have magical or arcane properties. Hold on, I gotta situate this. Just to make it look better. This mage of ours is someone who has a need for power or status. Likely works alone, too. They're familiar enough with the city to know about Clyde's fighting ring, so they're probably native of Axia as well. Cole opened his eyes and suddenly realized everyone was staring at him. Impressive, Cole. Your deductive skills are quite formidable. Sid scratches his head sullenly. I kinda got mind control, so I don't remember any of this. Good to know you caught all the little details. Cole grinned slightly and drank up all the praise, feeling his ego inflate slightly. Oh god. Oh god. And you know what the best part is? Tomorrow is the beginning of the city's Firefly Festival. Usually we wouldn't be able to just waltz into the noble court, but nobles and regular city folk alike will be participating. It's one of the few chances that the different classes of Axiom will be intermingling casually. Food stalls, brawling matches, even a jousting tournament. It'll be the perfect opportunity for us to investigate and maybe befriend a few nobles. That is a sound strategy. Though I am worried if we're lucky enough to run into our mysterious cloaked mage among all the nobles at the festival. We don't need to be lucky. It's a small world among the Axiom nobles. They're filled with gossip and news about one another. Even if we don't meet this mage directly, we could probably dig info about them or people who have been acting suspicious lately. Cole crossed his arms and faced Hamish with a smug grin. How's that for my leadership skills, eh? Hamish nodded with a small smile. Not bad. Not bad at all. However, you are missing one crucial detail. What is it? Uh-oh. He tapped the church district area. On the map of Axia, traced the line to Rhyme Reed's alleyway. Where is that? Oh, fuck it. Wait a minute. I see it. Right, it's, right here. I almost couldn't see it there. How did this mage know that the ruby crown would end up in Clyde's ring yesterday? Everyone blinked in surprise. Huh. Artemi was supposed to deliver that crown directly to the royal family castle. However, she was tricked by a young street urchin who stole it and later sold it to Clyde. Even more suspiciously, this delivery was originally supposed to be made by someone else entirely. The task was assigned to Artemi last minute by her knight commander. Hamish turned his gaze toward Artemi. Assigned to someone inexperienced and quite gullible, if he allowed me to say. Artemi winced but could see it with a defiant nod. Huh! Hamish stared at the map with a thoughtful squint. This leaves us with several questions. How did the urchin know that Artemi would have something valuable enough to pawn off to Clyde? Furthermore, why was the maid so sure that the rubies would end up in the fighting ring? There's something fishy going on. Boulderhand turns towards the three young adventurers staring up at him. I suggest that you three take time to speak with the knight commander and find the street urchin. They might have some answers to what's truly happening behind the scenes. Artemi and Sid exchanged impressed looks. That makes sense. I didn't even think this far ahead. Your intellect is truly something to be admired, Sir Hamish. I can see who Cole gets his cunning mind from. Cole spluttered indignantly and crossed his arms. Excuse me? Hamish never taught me shit. Artemi nodded stupidly. They say the greatest teachers are able to impart wisdom without their pupils realizing. You're irritating me on purpose, aren't you? I do not see why you dislike the idea of benefiting from another's guidance. Yeah, I mean, Hamish sounds as smart as the tales say he is. Sid, you're supposed to be on my side. Huh? Sid scratched his head in bewilderment. What are we taking sides on? Hamish stood up and clapped his hands together. Alright, kids, enough squabbling. Why don't you three take the rest of the evening off? Artemi looked utterly aghast. Take the time off? But we're supposed to be working! You three fought in Clyde's fighting ring yesterday and got the shit kicked out of you by Morrow today. That's enough to exhaust anyone. Use this time to rest up before the real work begins tomorrow. Three adventurers glanced at each other before nodding in agreement. Sounds like a plan. Like Hamish said, this is probably a good time for them to explore the city and speak to locals about recent events. Where should they start? Can we get another choice? Oh! Fuck the church district right now. I'm going to the market. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh. There's so many choices. Oh shit. Alright, let's go with the shop that we fucked up earlier. Oh dear. Stan and Artemi exchange nervous looks before awkwardly shuffling towards the entrance. Souls Arcane Curiosities. The shop's variants have been mostly repaired since yesterday's events. The wall now lacking a heart-shaped hole, though the wood displays noticeable cracks and scars from traces of countless mending skills. Do we have to come back here? I don't think the shopkeeper's going to be happy to see us again. Sir Sid, we must accept responsibility for our actions. We were the ones who destroyed the shop's storefront. Thus, the least we can do is offer our apologies. I get that, but why isn't Cole here? Artemi scowled and stomped her feet. That little coward refused to come. Artemi's face! He's like, ah, fucking hell. I love it, holy shit. That little coward refused to come. Oh, fuck. I love her so much. I tried to drag him with us, but his illusion magic made him rather elusive. He sighed. I suppose if Cole won't perform his duties, we will have to do so in his stead. Sir Sid, you are very close to Cole, yes? Perhaps you could persuade him into acting with a single shred of morality sometime. I've never been a very persuasive person. Plus, Cole doesn't seem like that kind of guy that changes tune after a conversation or two. Artemi grumbled in dismay. You're right. She's like oh, fuck this shit. She's like, what the, oh my god. Perhaps I should try threatening physical violence instead. What? No! Cole's such a tiny guy. One swing and he'll crumble like dust. Sid eyed Artemi worriedly. You were so prim and proper yesterday. What happened? I have been studying Sir Morrow's teaching techniques and found them most effective. I have been pondering ways to implement them into my daily affairs. Maybe Morrow isn't the best person to learn diplomacy from. Perhaps, though you cannot deny his methods are effective. I can see why you look up to this man. Sid sighed and scratched his head self-consciously. I guess. Anyway, are we going to apologize to the shopkeeper or what? What the? Hold on for a minute. Weird. Huh. I heard a nurse knock at my door. Oh shit. Well, coincidentally, there's a knock-knock in the game too. Wait. Hold on, I gotta hear it. I'm a fucking idiot. It was from the game, not actual. Oh. Fuck, I feel dumb. Hello? Is the shopkeeper available at the moment? Artemi, this is a store. You don't have to knock. Oh, I suppose you're right. The shop's doorbell jingled pleasantly as they entered. Sid and Artemi took one step in the shop and immediately bowed their heads in shame. Hello, shopkeeper Soul. We came to apologize for accidentally demolishing your front door yesterday. Welcome to Sid's Curiosities. What can I get for you? Oh, it's you two. Sir Clyde, what are you doing here? And why are you wearing a shirt? The tiger scowled, his eyes bagging tired. He straightened out his ragged overalls and glared at the two with annoyance. Oh, seeing as how my fighting ring is currently buried under a pile of rubble, I had to seek new employment. Oh, Artemi gulped about deeply. My dearest apologies, Sir Clyde. Had I shown more restraint yesterday? Tiger sighed and waved a hand dismissively. Stop that. I can't get mad when you're being so sincere and shit. Besides, if I had to choose between finding a new job or getting beaten to death by stone elementals, I'd pick the former. Artemi hung her head shamefully and shoved behind Sid. By the by, why isn't Claude with you guys? Oh, Cletus is not coming. Clay mumbled on his breath dryly. Oh, that does sound like him. Sid awkwardly scratched his head. So, what happened to the old shopkeeper here? I should do it before it's like, oh, him? So great, old man. When the three of you crashed through his door yesterday, the shop gave the poor guy a heart attack. Oh no! Oh no! He collapsed and was quickly sent to the infirmary. Like Grimace. Soul's fine, by the way, but he had to find someone to look after the shop while he rests and recovers. So, here I am. Yay! Soul didn't let me go shirtless though. Oh fuck, I just back the mic. So I had to go dig up some old clothes for the job. Artemi clutched her chest in horror. I nearly killed an elderly man yesterday. Now. All three of you nearly killed an Now. All three of you nearly killed an elderly man yesterday. Sharing the blame is a good strategy for life in general, lass. Artemi was too busy collapsing in a fetal position to hear him. Oh, poor little bean. Sid scratched his head awkwardly. On the bright side, at least you managed to find work quickly. Yes, look on the bright side. I managed to find work that thanks to you giving the old man a heart attack. I glanced at Artemi with concern. Hey, is she alright? Your friend's spiraling there. Yeah, she does that sometimes. Give her a minute. I shrugged. Don't thank yourselves too hard. Hamish was the one who caught wind of my situation and recommended me to Soul. Hamish did? That's awfully nice of him. I nodded gratefully. He's a good man, always ready to clean up his son's messes. Hamish was the one who helped me start up the fighting ring after my fallout with the Blacksmithing Guild. Artemi and Sid stared back up at the tiger in surprise. Oh, there she is. You were a blacksmith, Sir Clyde? The tiger laughed. I wasn't always a black market dealer or fighting ring coordinator. This was all a means to an end. In the beginning, I set out with the goal of becoming an honest blacksmith. The Blacksmithing Guild never saw a more talented rookie than yours truly right here. Whew. As a teenager, I created masterpieces of works of art that the guild veterans couldn't even dream of. I chuckled. Gotta admit, getting called a prodigy one too many times inflamed my ego somewhat. I was successful, not well liked. How come you're not doing blacksmith stuff instead of running an illegal fighting ring? Sounds like a better career option to me. The tiger fell silent. His gaze drifted as a resentful scowl washed over him. I would if I could. I ran into a little trouble while I was working at the guild. And by the little trouble, I mean Kolodi Bonebreaker. Clyde sighed. Maybe I should go into that detail. Wouldn't want to give you all a bad impression of your new boss. Sid and Artemi exchanged looks before pressing. Uh-oh. Actually, you mind spilling the beans? I definitely wouldn't mind learning a bit more about him. I don't know what beans Sir Spade is speaking of, but I too would like to know. Uh-oh. Clyde snorted before sinking into a chair behind the shopkeeper's table. Oh. Wait, what was that? I thought I saw something red on him. I explained to something. Fuck. It's a long story. Where do I even start? Columbus folks were frequent customers at the Blacksmithing Guild since we supplied most of their equipment. This was back when the two of us were just dumb teens. Cole and I would hang out whenever his father came by for business. And hang out some more in the back of the guild building, if you know what I mean. Clyde laughed at Sid's flabbergasted expression. Artemi just looked confused. My god, she is so naive. She is so precious. We were horny teens. What did you expect? I admit, that's not all we did, though. Turns out the little guy really liked tinkering with small metalwork contraptions, and I was nice enough to teach him a few tricks. We got along really nicely back in the day. Nostalgic smile spread across Clyde's face as he reminisced quietly. We never really talked about it too much, but I knew it. He knew it too. We tell people that we were just best friends, but really, I loved the little asshole. No one else was there for me the way he was. Too bad the two of us were too young and stupid to address our feelings properly. Clyde sighed. Anyway, after a few years of working as the Blacksmith Guild's prodigy, my ego and ambition got the better of me. I wanted to create the greatest masterpieces the world has ever laid eyes upon. Metalworking masterpieces that would cement me as a true prodigy among the Blacksmithing Guild. The guild veterans laughed it off as the hubris of a rookie. Our suppliers didn't want to take the risk on an expensive project from a young blacksmith with such little work history. Cole was the only one who really supported me. A bittersweet smile spread across his face. Prove those suckers how wrong they are, he said. I've got your back. If these weapons turn out as great as you say, you can sell them to my papa. The greatest mercenary in the world wielding the best masterworks weaponry. You don't have to worry about people not taking you seriously anymore with that kind of achievement. So, I took the dive. Spent nearly an entire year perfecting my designs down to the tiniest detail. The problem was, my project requires some very special types of metals and ingots. Rare ingots. Anyone lucky enough to have such metals would be crazy to even consider selling them to me. Even after an entire year of searching and begging, I couldn't find any suppliers who even had these metals in stock. I was ready to give up on the entire endeavor. But one night, Cole showed up at my door looking more excited than I'd ever seen him. Behind him, he dragged the entire cartload of goods and materials. Cole gave me that big old smile and said that he promised to have my back when the goings get tough and that he's sticking to his promises. The little fucker actually did it. He somehow got the metals I needed. A soft smile spread across Clyde's face despite the bitterness in his voice moments before. I never felt more alive as I worked that night. The love of my life cheering me on as I carved masterpieces into being with my own two hands. What more could a blacksmith ask for? Hours slipped by without my notice. It was daybreak before I finally finished. There, on my workshop, were the greatest weapons that the whole of Axial will ever see. My first creation was the Fox Soror, a massive Damascus steel great axe as black as the night itself. I designed it specifically for Morrow Bonebreaker. Clyde chuckled. He's the one who named it Fox Sorrow, not me. From what I heard, he's taken quite a liking to it. This great axe possesses the ability to shatter and neutralize most forms of magic, perfect for an anti-magic brute like him. Artemi's ears perked. Ah, I see. I had first-hand experience against your creation just this afternoon. The way Sir Mars' axe cut through my lightning spells with ease. It was quite the intimidating weapon. You should be proud of your skills, Sir Clyde. The tiger held his head high with a proudful grin. She's a beaut, ain't she? A little one on the simplest side, but she's good at what she does. What was the second weapon you made? The tiger's eyes drooped as he scratched his head with embarrassment. That one's a little... I'm still proud of what I created, but it's got a few flaws here and there. I call it the Lanius. Uh-oh. It's a silver halberd crafted from special metal with peculiar memory qualities. Oh no! It's the weapon that Sid had! Oh shit. Every part of this halberd, from the handle to the blade, can contract and extend to the wielder's will. Its changeable length and form makes it incredibly deadly in combat, if mastered correctly. The only problem is, I kind of made the thing a little too heavy. It was a necessity with all the shapes it could transform into, but it's still a little clumsy. I could barely even lift the darn thing with both hands. Whoever used it would need to be monstrously strong. Sid blinked his eyes before reaching for the axe holster on his hip. With a slight twist, the weapon sprung to its full length as a halberd. Oh my! Are you talking about this? Clyde's eyes grew wide as he stood up, hands shaking. A bittersweet softness washed over the man as he gingerly reached his hand towards the silver halberd. Lanius. So he gave it to you? I? Oh, Sid held out the weapon for its creator to grasp. As soon as it let the badger's grip, the halberd immediately dropped like a lead weight. Oh shit. Clyde's arms bucked as he struggled to hold it aloft. He allowed himself to crepit laugh and hastily passed it back to Sid. What a fool I was. Here lies my masterpiece, a weapon that most people can't even hold. Clyde marveled at the sight of Sid holstering Lanius, completely unbothered by its weight. I'm glad that Lanius has found itself a worthy wielder, though. There's a lot of potential hidden in this blade. Put it to good use for me, will you? Sid gulped and scratched his head consciously. Well, I wouldn't call myself worthy or anything, but I'll do my best. He frowned. I still don't understand, though. You create two perfectly good masterwork weapons. Why did the blacksmithing guild end up kicking you out? Ooh. Oh, fuck. Clyde sank back in his chair with a scowl. Nothing in life comes free. Nothing besides trouble. Remember how I said that these weapons required rare metals? It turns out Cole stole them from an important noble family. Artemi and Sid exchanged shocked looks, and Clyde continued bitterly. They were none too happy to find where the precious metals ended up. We managed to piss off some powerful people. The nobles filed a massive complaint to the blacksmithing guild, who took the brunt of the blame for. Who took the blunt of the blame? That sounds like a typo to me. The brunt. That doesn't sound right at all. Hold on. Alright. Yeah, it just sounds a bit weird. After paying a small fortune of fines, the guild was quick to blacklist me from all the forges in the city. Holy shit, that fucking sucks. I feel sorry for Clyde now. No smith wants me anywhere near them. The tiger let out another bitter laugh. And so the Bonebreakers ended up with two masterwork weapons, while all I got was a broken future. Artemi and Sid sat in stunned silence. Wait, this must be a big misunderstanding. Cole isn't the kind of guy who would throw you under the bus like this, right, Artemi? Sid glanced at his teammate gravelly, only to be met with a doubtful silence. I wouldn't put it past him, if I'm to be perfectly honest. Cole is a good man, but I have seen him act rather selfishly at times. Come on, Artemi, he's not that bad. Clyde sighed. I wanted to believe that. I always thought that maybe there was a mix-up, and it was on a mistake on Cole's part. The two of us drifted apart a little, but I still considered us close friends. But now, after yesterday, I'm beginning to have second thoughts. Val always got angry on my behalf and treated Cole like a diseased swine whenever he showed up at the fighting ring. Maybe I should have listened to his warnings. But wait, why don't you just start a blacksmithing forge of your own? You still got the skills for the job. Forges don't come cheap. Plus, you need a network of trusted suppliers and sellers. No one wants to touch me after my little stolen metals incident. That's part of the reason why I started up my fighting ring in the black market dealings. Another few years of running that junk and I would have saved enough money to start my own forge. A chance to restart my dreams from scratch. A tired grumble escaped the tiger's throat. Alas, all that has gone once again, thanks to yesterday's incident. The tiger felt her chest lurch painfully. She bowed her head again, low with shame. I had no idea. My deepest apologies, Sir Clyde. I didn't mean to inadvertently destroy your livelihood. Clyde laughed and waved her off. Like I said earlier, I'd taken their setback over getting clobbered to death by rocks. You don't need to worry about me. This little shop isn't too bad. Sol was kind enough to supply me with a bunch of arcane crystals charged with the heavy heat metal spell. I can do a bit of metalwork and tinkering in the workshop out back. Nothing big like the weapons I used to work on, but it's a start. I'll never give up on my dream of being a blacksmith, no matter how many setbacks I face. I admire your devotion, Sir Clyde. Please, if there's anything we can do to aid you, you need only ask. Yeah, we kind of demolished your old job after all. We owe you this much. Clyde smiled kindly. Nah, you ain't gotta worry yourselves over me. I'll be fine on my own. Do pay me a visit sometimes, alright? This shopkeeper job feels a lot less exciting than organizing a fighting ring. Oh. A wave of exhaustion washed over Clyde as he fell back behind the shopkeeper's table. Sid Artemi had just left the shop a few minutes ago, leaving alone with his thoughts. Reminiscing over his past had left him more emotionally drained than he expected. Clyde squeezed his eyes shut and let out a deep sigh. My little coleslaw. I've always wanted to think the best of you. But now that I think about it, you never even apologized. Did I even mean anything to you? Oh, fucking hell. Not the fucking knock again. God damn it. The tiger suddenly jolted forward as a knock rapped through the door. Welcome to Sir Arcade's Go. What can I help you with? Oh. Clyde chuckled aside, Sid poking his head through the entrance. You know this is a public shop, right? There's no need for knocking. Right, sorry. Force a habit. The badger let out an awkward laugh. Listen, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. This halberd I have, it's got a lot of hidden properties, right? Would you mind showing me how they work when you get the chance? I know you're not worried or anything, but maybe you can help me master this thing. An excited grin spread across Sid's face. When I go out there and start doing heroic adventures, I'll make sure everyone knows that this masterpiece of a weapon was made by the great Clyde Bessemer. I know the blacksmithing guilds and nobles shout on your reputation, but skill is skill. If you put yourself out there, I know that will shine through all the nonsense in your past. Clyde felt his chest flutter. There was a smile on Sid's face with a blinding look at. Clyde allowed his pride to grow again. Just a little. I think that's a grand idea. Not sure how far it'll go, but it's worth a shot. Tell you what, Ricky, come here first thing tomorrow morning. I'll show you all the tricks my little masterpiece has up its sleeve. Sid pumped an enthusiastic fist in the air. Hell yes! But thank you for this opportunity, Clyde! You won't regret it! Before the tiger could say my words, Sid had rushed out the door with a cheery skip to his step. Clyde couldn't help but smile to himself. The lad's got spirit. I'll give him that. He paused suddenly, confused. How did he know my full name? I don't ever recall telling him. Wait. What the fuck? What? Sid and Artemi has scarcely left Soul's arcane curiosity when they were stopped by a shout. The two turned around to see Clyde running down the street towards them, waving his hands wildly in an effort to get their attention. Sir Clyde, what is the matter? The tiger laughed before hunching over to catch his breath. You two are quite the speedwalkers. I almost lost track of you guys. I am surprised. You do not seem the type to lose your breath after such a short sprint. Are you feeling all right? Clyde smiled and waved her worries. Just a little tuckered out after yesterday's events. That's all. Anyway, I wanted to speak with you. Sid jumped at the start. Me? Did I do something wrong? Nothing of the sort. I got an offer for you, Sid. If you're going to wield my greatest masterpiece, you might as well learn how it works, right? Come by the shop first thing tomorrow morning. I'll show you what it truly means to master Elanius. Sid's face split into a thrilled grin. Really? You'd do that for me? I would be honored. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He laughed and scratched his head nervously. I'm still not sure if I'm worthy enough to wield such an important weapon, but I'll do my best to not disappoint. Clyde gave Sid a friendly pat on the shoulder. You've got spirit, kid. Just hold yourself with a little more confidence, and you've got a great future ahead of you. Anyways, I gotta head back to work now. I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. Artemi said watch as Clyde hastily ran down the street back towards the shop. Sid pumped his fists excitedly. Training to learn a masterwork weapon. Maybe this is my chance to finally fight by your side as an equal. What's the matter? Sid followed Artemi gaze as she watched Clyde disappear around the corner of the street. Sir Clyde seems uncharacteristically out of shape just now. I wonder if he's alright. Oh. What the hell? The moment Clyde turned around, he slumped against the wall as he struggled to catch his breath. Man, maybe I ate too much of Miss Shriekworth's end earlier. I didn't think running up and down the street would take so much out of me. Oh no. Wait a minute. His disguise spell wore off. What? Cole? What the fuck? Cole exhaled sharply and wiped the sweat from his brow. This was the first time he used 2 disguises back to back. He needed more practice with his illusions. His pocket shifted his mouth, so it slithered out and eyed him curiously.
I don't understand you mortals. You could have made the whole arrangement as yourself instead of this whole impersonating nonsense. Why go through all this trouble?
Cole snorted as he dusted himself off. Yep, you definitely wouldn't understand. Miles puffed into it.
Ha! My vast undying mind far surpasses your own. Try me, puny mortal.
Cole chuckled humorously. They wouldn't trust me if I had suggested something like that to them. What are you up to? What kind of selfish shit are you planning in the background? None of them would have agreed to it without making a fuss.
To be fair, their suspicion is rather warranted. Did you ever apologize to the blacksmithing mortal for your wrongdoings?
Oh? No.
Wow, you really are a piece of shit.
You didn't have to say it out loud.
Release me, you fiend!
I just wanted to do something nice for once. Is that too much to believe?
Coming from you? Yes. It is a shame that you only do nice things when you pretend to be someone else.
Cole shrugged. Listen, Collodi Bonebreaker's got a bad track record. You tried to help your best friend one time and suddenly you ruined his life. You tried to help a few strangers and then you ruined his life a second time. Sometimes it's best to keep my distance before I fuck things up again. It always happens eventually. Cole's voice trailed off as the smile on his face slowly faded. Honestly, why do I even try? Madison watched the small hyena with piercing eyes.
I never understand. You are rather averse to growing close to people, aren't you? I can empathize.
Miles gave a wise nod.
Back home, I am clearly the greater and more talented demon among my siblings, but they always treat me like the baby in our family.
I don't see a connection whatsoever.
And thus I push them away. I must prove myself to them that I am indeed a strong and independent demon who don't need no siblings. That is why you should form a pact with me, bitch. Together, we will no longer need any companies other than ourselves.
Cole rubbed his temples. Oh. What is with the temples? Tiredly. You are probably the most unconvincing demon the world has ever seen. Oh my god. This temple's bullshit. Oh. We still have more? Are you fucking kidding? How many choices do we have? Oh my god. Town Square. No, wait a minute, that was the wrong one. Okay, so that's Town Square, that's our church district. Oh my fucking god. Let's save here again. Oh my fucking god. Do I seriously have to go through all of these? Fuck. Oh my fucking god. The trip to the Grand Cathedral was a quiet and awkward one. Cole repeatedly shot glances toward Artemi as they walked quietly contemplating his next words. He supposed that if he made Artemi angry, he could just hide behind oh fuck, the mouse. Sid or something. Cole cleared his throat loudly. So, I know you were super excited to show us around the Grand Cathedral and whatnot, but you understand the main reason why we're here, right? Artemi looked at him strangely. We're going to ask the Knight Commander about the circumstances of the crown delivery mission, are we not? Yeah, but here's the thing. Cole winced and preemptively hid behind Sid's large figure. Your Knight Commander was the one who gave you the mission last minute, which then set everything else into motion. That kind of implicates him as being at least a little suspicious. Instantly, Artemi whirled around with the glare of absolute fury. Sparks Mango lightly crackled across her armor. If looks could kill, Cole would have withered in the dust before he even hit the ground. How dare you! Ow! Fuck! Hit the thing with a hit. Sir Greg is the most righteous and kind knight in all of Axia. He's the knight commander of the church, for goodness sake. I'm just saying, there is no possible way that he could be connected to any of this. I'm sure you will all be convinced once you meet him. None is more proper than a good knight. Oh, speaking of which, she had caught up by a large polar bear bursting through a nearby door, enthusiastically waving them through a jolly laugh. Ah, you arrived! Which one of you youngins managed to humiliate our dear bishop in public today? You have my sincerest congratulations. That was the best laugh I've gotten in months. Artemi's jaw dropped and shut. Oh my god. Knight Commander, you mustn't be so blatantly crude. Oh, dear pupil. I'm the Knight Commander of the church. I do what I want. Commander, please behave yourself. Anyways, are these the friends you mentioned in your letter? I bid you all welcome to the Grand Cathedral. The large follower bowed politely with a jolly smile. Artemi grinned before swiftly moving and glared at Cole and Sid, mostly Cole. That clearly says, be nice. Sid shuffled nervously and waved. Hello! Cole meanwhile gave the large handsome bear an appraising look before letting out a low whistle. Whoa, Artie. You didn't tell me your commander was such a fine, grizzled bear. We know you're pent up from all that night business. Oh my god, Chloe, what the fuck, man? I might have a bully situation for you, if you know what I mean. Frank's bushy eyebrows shot up so quickly that they almost escaped his head. What the hell was that for? Apologies. I did not understand a word of what you said, but I was suddenly overwhelmed with the urge to clobber you. I love her face here. Besides that, Frank broke into a deep, jovial laugh. My, Artemi. Your new friend is quite the flatterer. Be aware, Commander. He is a menace to society. Hey, I was just being friendly. Your friendship often comes at a price. Artemi shook her head shakily, bowed towards Greg. Please forgive his insolence, Sir Commander. Knight Commander. Frank waved off a good-natured smile. There is nothing to forgive. Who am I to turn down such charming compliments? Cole grinned up at Crank and Press. Drank. Huh. Good to know not all the Honeds are uptight killjoys. A pleasure to meet ya. Likewise, though I must say... Uh-oh. What's good? Crank kneeled down and leaned towards Cole with a sly grin. He was a large and imposing man, and suddenly very close. Intimately close. Uh-oh. Cole could feel the heat radiating off of the bear as the sensation of Crank's warm muzzle brushed against his ear. The commander suddenly whispered to him in a deep, husky voice. I'm afraid you can't handle what this bear has to offer, little man. Once I'm through with you, you'll never walk straight again. Oh my god! Cole's face flushed and a hot shiver shot up his spine. Oh my god. He's back. He's flustered. Oh no. As quickly as it came, Grant quickly stood back up and laughed joyously as though nothing had happened. Words completely failed him as Cole's jaws hung open in bewilderment. Boss, are you alright? What did he whisper to you? Cole continued to stare dumbfounded, gaping like a goldfish. Artemi grabbed his shoulder and shook him suspiciously. Cole, what happened? Knight Commander, what sort of intimidation tactic did you use? I did no such thing, dear pupil. If you're so curious, you should ask him yourself. Cole suddenly snapped out of his trance and pointed a accused finger at Grant. You! That was a trap! Even if I told them the truth, they never fucking believe me. Knight Commander Greg smiled innocently. I don't know what you're talking about, young man. Though, in the future, I advise you to avoid dishing things you can't take. She's like, what the fuck? God, she's like, what the fuck did you do? That's her face. She's like, oh my god. Cole, what are you two talking about? It is very rude to keep secrets during a conversation. That is something you can ask your friend at a later time. Anyways, I assume you're all here to speak about yesterday's events? Don't change the subject! If there is anything I could do to aid in your mission with my dear Artemi, do not hesitate to ask. I am happy to support you in any way I can. Yes, there are a few things we'd like to clear up, if that's okay with you, sir. Ask me anything you'd like. Once your friend's wits have returned to him, of course. He'll finally close his gate and want to clear this up loudly. He absolutely would not allow this old bear to fluster him like this. Focus! Right. We got some questions for you. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, right. Where are my manners? I'm Cole Bonebreaker, and this is my lackey and muscle, Sid. And obviously you already know Artemi, chosen one. Goody two-shoes, hyper-ventilating mess. Hey. It's a pleasure to meet you. She's like, oh, not... this face is like a... Oh, not this shit again. Grant's eyebrows perked up with interest. Bonebreaker. Ah, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I've had many encounters with your father in the past, young Cole. You have? During his reign of terror, when Mara Bonebreaker and his band of married gay men pillaged the nobility of their riches, I was tasked with stopping them. Oh my god, married gay men, holy shit, that sounds like fucking Robin Hood. Probably is. Alas, I never succeeded in capturing him. I'm glad for my failure, however. Your father is a good man with admirable intentions and questionable methods. Cole puffed out his chest with pride. Of course you wouldn't even touch Papa. His strength as a mercenary is even greater than the legends. Frank sighed, eyes filled with nostalgia. I admit, the real challenge was fending off his partner, Hamish. That man is a fiend. Dashing in and out of shadows like a ghost, raining arrows and entangling his shoulders in the most complex trap wires. Battles were already lost before we could even reach your father. Those two make a deadly duo. Cole grumbled. Now you're giving too much credit. Papa did most of the heavy lifting on the front lines. Frank chuckled quietly. With such legends raising you, I suppose we can expect great things from you in the future, Cole Bonebreaker. Yeah, I suppose you can. Frank turned towards Sid with a kind smile. And you, young man, where do you hail from? Oh my god, what the fuck? Ow. Elbow. I'm not from some legendary mercenary family or some chosen hero. I'm just some commoner Artemi ran into yesterday, but I'm happy to help out. A proud laugh escaped Frank as he thumped Sid on the back. Thumps. Humble beginnings. I too began from a humble start. Far more than you, I dare say. Fuck, what is wrong with this elbow of mine? Fuck. Hold up your head. Hi, dear boy. There is no shame in your origin, only pride. I have no doubt that you have much to offer. Really? You think so? If I can make it this far, so can you. Cole felt silent and peered at the old dog curiously. The highest ranking commanding officer came from a humble start. It wasn't an impossible idea. The church will probably find of such feel-good success stories. But in reality, on the other hand, Cole's eyes narrowed. Something wasn't adding up. Alright, fuck. Yeah, I've got a question. Why does the prince want a crown that looks straight out of an evil fairy tale? That can't be good for his reputation. Frank shrugged. I didn't design the dark thing. The crown was ordered by King Roderick to be created by one of his loyal arcane researchers back when our dear king was still alive. I hear that the crown has some special magical properties, but I am sure of the specifics. Couldn't the king ask for more friendlier design? Dark, pointy, and mysterious doesn't exactly do him any favors. Someone could have at least told him it was a bad idea. Frank gave Cole a pointed look. Ah, yes. Your Majesty, do you accept constructive criticism? Your taste in fashion is shit. Okay, point taken. I got it, hold on. Just the fucking face. I love this fucking face, man. I love her face, too. That's just like a, oh shit, no, not this shit again. Or just the, oh shit, here we go again. We have some questions about the delivery mission you gave Artemi yesterday. Why did you suddenly hand it off to her? She's literally the most unreliable delivery person you could possibly chosen. Artemi grumbled and elbowed his side sharply. Rude. Hey, I was just telling it like it is. While honesty is a virtue, I believe it should be applied constructively. Cole rubbed his sore ribs with a pout. What happened to you? You were so meek and polite yesterday. Upon meeting you, I have since discovered that patience is a limited resource. Cole turned towards Greg with exasperation. You gave the very important crown to this? Greg chuckled. I simply wanted to give Artemi an excuse to go out and stretch her legs. A young lady shouldn't be cooped up in a dusty cathedral for her whole life. He sighed ruefully. It was supposed to be a simple task. I never imagined things would get so serious. Cole scratched his head and stared. Is that the entire reason? The old bear's smile faltered before returning with a mischievous chuckle. I admit that I partially did it out of spite. Yesterday morning, I ran into our dear bishop giving Artemi another one of her harsh lectures. That never sat well with me. Then it dawned on me, I could kill two birds with one stone. Artemi could take this simple delivery job, and I could deeply annoy the bishop in one fell swoop. Knight Commander, you should really act more amiable around Her Excellency. Greg waved his head dismissively. She knows I don't like her. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Artemi sighed and stared down at her feet. Just once, I wish everyone here could get along. Should your mother decide to treat you with dignity, I shall extend the same kindness to her. Alas, that day is yet to come. Cole glanced at Artemi with concern. He had noticed since yesterday she had a habit of gnawing at the thumb of her glove when she was especially anxious. It's probably best that they change the subject. So, you decided to give the delivery order to Artemi last night on a whim? Nobody else knew about it? Frank scratched his chin thoughtfully. Well, I received notice in this mission the day before from the prince. His Highness mentioned offhand that he always wanted to meet the creators chosen, so that might have played a part in my decision. Besides that, nothing else comes to mind. I see. Sorry, could you excuse me for a moment? Uh-oh. Cole parted himself from everyone pretending to adjust his pants. Oh, God. As soon as he nudged the pockets urgently. Hey, Noodle, you there? The ball python poked his head out and immediately grimaced.
This place smells disgusting. The stench of celestial magic is everywhere. How can you stand it? Ugh, I think I'm going to vomit.
Stay with me, you little shit. Demons are pretty sensitive to magic, yeah? Can't you sense if Knight Commander has been manipulated in any way? Nice hissed indignantly.
Why in the world would I ever help a puny mortal like you?
I guess I'm gonna help you Miss Shrieks with cheesy bread if you help out.
Yeah!
Cole blinked. The demon agreed much faster than he expected. Miles flicked out his tongue at Granted Innocence, who was chatting merrily at Artemi, and said, he flinched and gagged loudly.
Oh, Island File, he stands of celestial magic almost as much as your shiny friend with anxiety.
Come on, give me something useful. The snake shook his head and focused again. His eyes suddenly flashed with deep breaths. The mind link between the two of them held strong. Cole felt his own eyes water and ached with the strain of arcane magic. What the hell are you doing? The snake peered towards Grank across the room with glowing red eyes. Cole gulped and shifted his position in an attempt to hide the dim scarlet light.
Oh my!
What is it? Oh, fuck. What is it? What do you see?
Look at the size of that thing! That man is packing!
Dude, focus.
I don't want to hear that coming from you, of all people.
Alice observed further.
There's only slight traces, but there seems to be a leftover fragments of some sort of spell. Not very strong. Suggestion, perhaps?
Suggestion?
It's like a weaker version of your charm person spell. However, he is much more discreet. It is strange, though. Paladins are supposed to be resistant to mind control.
Cole scratched his chin thoughtfully. There's a high chance that the prince cast his suggestion spell on Greg to get him to pass the delivery on to Artemi. But why, though? Did he want his crown to get stolen? Cole peered at his demon companion. What are you demon folk planning? Mouse rolled his neck in a snake equivalent of a shrug.
I'll be honest with you, puny mortal. I have no idea. I just agreed to all this because I want to travel to the material plane. I have never seen that you come from here before. It's high time I get the opportunity to experience. The generous to deal with our summer was to just make contact with mortals and affect the negative emotions. These negative emotions are to use this fuel for our infernal strength.
And the crown ended up in a legal trading ring where the rubies were scattered among very shady people who are rife with negative emotions. Things were slowly starting to make sense. What do you mean? Okay, the prince. What can you tell us about the prince? I don't think I've actually seen the guy before. Greg chuckled, but a smile did not reach his eyes. The prince is a timid and shy young man who is around your age, I believe. I served as his personal protector from time to time. A rather unfortunate necessity considering his unorthodox origins. What do you mean? What do you mean? King Roderick and Queen Tabitha were an infamously barren couple. Throughout their reign, they failed again and again to conceive a child of their own. Many grew worried about the line of succession would be handled when the time comes, but how? Then a few years ago, suddenly, out of the blue, His Majesty introduced Prince Cassius to the world as their only son. Many people questioned his legitimacy, but the family resemblance is undeniable. King Roderick was quick to silence anyone who questioned the prince's status. I think I remember this announcement. There was a lot of gossip and rumors surrounding the whole thing. A prince that just showed up out of nowhere, He'll scratch his chin thoughtfully. If I may ask, how did the king and queen die? I don't think I've heard any public details about it. Well, as you know, Queen Tabitha has always been very sickly throughout her life. The king toiled day and night to find a cure for her condition and sent countless researchers and healers on the task. The only reason she has survived so long was due to King Roderick's arcane prowess supporting her. Alas, it was not enough. The queen passed away from her sickness around a week ago. King Roderick was beside himself with grief. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't sound right. That sounds really odd. There we go. None of the servants could coax His Majesty to eat or rest. He died shortly from exhaustion and grief a few days later. That's horrible. They're not even that old. May they rest peacefully in the Creator's embrace. How did the prince take all this? Oh, the poor boy was a nervous wreck. He had always been an anxious man before, but the passing of both his parents did a number on his nerves. One could scarcely walk in his general direction without him jumping in fright. Something is off. As the conversation dragged on, Frank caught sight of Cole's suspicious glances. An oddly satisfied smile spread across his face. The polar bear turned towards Artemi. Artemi, why didn't you show your new friend around the cathedral? I'd like a word of private with your adventuring party leader, if you don't mind. Huh? Oh, that's an excellent idea. Come, Sir Sid. The cathedral has the most stunning courtyard. Hey, wait up! Artemi eagerly dragged the surprised Sid outside without a second thought. Greg waited patiently for the two to move out of earshot before turning towards Cole. What's this all about? You have been staring at me with such perceptive eyes, young man. I figured there was something you wanted to discuss. Cole peered at the Knight Commander strangely. Yeah, something's been bothering me. Your name is Crank? Crank Stormborn. That sounds awfully... The smile on the bear's face grew with an amused glint. Go on. Cole swallowed down his nervousness. That doesn't sound like a name a highborn knight commander would have. Usually nobles have their kids something a little more elegant. No offense, sir. None taken. And Stormborn. That's more of a given title than an actual surname. Crank let out a joyful bark. Amusing coming from the guy named Bonebreaker. The entire guild's like 99% sure that Papa renamed himself at some point. If you got a problem with our name, you can direct your complaints at Papa. Cole cleared his throat loudly. Anyway, this all points to you starting off as lowborn, but somehow you worked yourself up to the position of Knight Commander, and even somehow earned yourself a title? Forgive me for my rudeness, but that doesn't sound very in character for this church. So what's your whole deal? You're no ordinary Knight Commander. Crank laughed. My, what a sharp mind you have. Artemi has chosen her friends well. You are correct in all your observations. Before my time at the church, I had no surname because in my youth, I was just another low-born street urchin among many in this apathetic city. An urchin who grew up to be a petty criminal. And from petty criminal to true menace in society. Crank watched Cole shocked with amusement. The church does its best to hide this fact about their great knight commander, but I have no shame in it. I did what I must in order to survive. The church didn't see it that way, as you might expect. Eventually, the city guards captured me and deemed me unworthy to live among fuck! What's with this itch? Among my fellow men. Crank's jolly, professional smile faded a little. But then a miracle happened. On the day of my execution, when I was to be hanged, I was suddenly blessed by the Creator's holy flames. Instead of dying on that rope, golden flames enveloped my body and freed me. All my wounds were healed, all my pains undone. And ever since that day, I have been blessed with a great celestial power. He raised an armored hand to demonstrate. Golden fire suddenly flooded across his palm with an abnormally bright glow for a flame of its size. Cole watched this display of celestial magic with fascination. It felt similar to Artemi's display of magic from yesterday, but completely different at the same time. Crank's flames danced gently in the air, with a warm, welcoming glow from a cozy hearth in winter. It gave Cole a protective sensation, as though someone was wrapping him in a big, fluffy sweater. Artemi's magic, on the other hand, felt angrier, sharper, more intense, like the raised screams of lightning that bled across a stormy sky. It was extraordinary how the same breed of celestial power could take such different forms. This magic, it's from the Creator's blessing? Crank nodded. There was a solemn weariness in his eyes. Indeed. Perhaps not powerful enough to be considered the Creator's chosen, but I undeniably received her blessings nonetheless. The discovery that a criminal was protected by the Creator sent the clerics of the church scrambling for an explanation. Some insisted that I should be hanged again, while others considered this a form of divine intervention. After a lot of squabbling, the church deemed that the Creator had a plan for me, and worked to reform me into a holy knight under their name. It took countless lectures and no small number of beatings, but they managed to get their way. The knight sighed with a nostalgic smile. And with that, the petty criminal Crank was strained out into the respectable holy knight, Crank Stormborn. Apparently, I am fairly good at what I do. After years of service, I climbed the ranks within the church and became an esteemed knight commander, and also the gray stain upon the church's history of blessed knights. Oh dear. Cole sat quietly to Gale's tail, his mind reeling. Why are you telling me all this? Crank shrugged nonchalantly. Because you asked. What? You're open to sharing everything just like that? Like I said, I am not ashamed of my origins. I have made no attempts to hide myself. My fellow churchgoers made an effort to hush this information from the public, however. Does Artemi know? Crank's shoulders suddenly stiffened. She does not. Why? Unlike you, she simply never asked. I admit, the way she looks upon me with such undying faith, as though I were a man who could do no wrong, it warms my soul. I dread the day where I must disappoint her with reality. Perhaps a friend like you could help lessen the blow. Lieutenant Commander let out a deep sigh and kneeled down to stare at Cole eye level. Under all that jolly smiling and cheer, there was an exhausted air to this old bear. Collodi Bonebreaker. Might this old bear ask you a favor? Huh? You are the leader of Artemi's little adventuring party, are you not? I asked you to keep an eye out for her, and support her with all your might should she ever need it. Do this for an old bear, won't you? Grant's gaze drifted off. One day, she will venture into situations that I can no longer aid her in. I will have a greater peace of mind knowing that she has good friends looking out for her. Why are you asking me this? You are the son of the cunning Hamish of the Bonebreaker Mercenary Guild. That much is clear from your sharp wit. If you're even half the man your father is, I know I can trust you with this task. Cole's stomach churned uncomfortably. Well, that's new. I can promise you, but I'm kind of a chronic liar, so I'm not sure how much peace of mind I'll give you. I'm well versed with the follies of the young. Even an empty promise is enough to instill an idea in your mind. Craig smirked. You may act tough, but guilt is one hell of a motivator. Cole scowled and crossed his arm defiantly. We'll see about that. Before I go, I've got one last question. Ask away, young man. Cole paused hesitantly. Do you really believe you were blessed by the Creator? Greg shrugged. Perhaps. Perhaps this is all a freak accident. Or maybe the Creator has a very sick sense of humor. I admit, I wasn't happy about my place in life, but... Greg glanced across the cathedral at Artemi chatting excitedly with Sid. His face softened. Sometimes there are things worth living for. Oh my god, we still have to do it? Wait, is there more? Oh, okay. So, there we go. Right. Oh my god, so we have 1... 2, 3. Let's go to the market district because there's 1 left. Oh my god. Alright, and... You know... Oh my god, this has been on for a while. Right. I think this is a good place to end the stream here. This has been quite a thing to... Oh my god, such story progress. Are we gonna meet the prince soon? Oh, I can't wait to see what he looks like if he does appear, but still. Oh, I can't wait to see that. Oh, that's gonna be so exciting to see. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you want to tune in for more, remember to hit that heart button. That way, you'll be able to get notified of when I go live for every stream I do, which is slowly forming into something very exciting. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, have a good night and a good day.